really struggled early in the game against Mississippi State. State scored first, looked like they had the game in control, and then as the game went on, LSU started to be part of the mix and actually took over the line of scrimmage. They just wore down Mississippi State, and I expect LSU to try to attack New Mexico the same kind of way.
Be interesting to see tonight if the Tigers go to the ground game early and try to get their running backs involved in this offense. Of course, Tigers receiving corps also trying to get more involved early in the game. Tigers make their way out of the chute, wearing purple jerseys, gold trim on the shoulder pads, white pants, and those LSU white helmets tonight against New Mexico, who are also wearing something a little different, something they rarely do. They'll have white jerseys, white pants, turquoise Lobos and numerals on the jersey, and Lobo red helmets for New Mexico. As Eddie Nunez spent 14 years here at LSU, now running his own shop, Doug, at the University of New Mexico, brings his team in here to take on LSU.
And LSU's captains on the near side, New Mexico's captains on the far side. For the Tigers, their captains will be number 11, Ali Gay, number 18, BJ Ojulari, number 6, Mike Jones, and for tonight's game, number 8, Malik Neighbors. So those are the LSU captains there on the near side, waiting for the referee to take them out to midfield for the toss of the coin, or the official near side to take them out for the toss of the coin. And, of course, we're going to have Gordy Rush out there witnessing all of it, maybe flipping the coin himself. Gordy, you there?
Hey, good evening. Beautiful night here in Tiger Stadium. The shade, the sun has finally gone down on the western sky. So most of the stadium, other than the east upper deck, is now in a little bit of shade. So that's been a blessing as the captains are now handshaking, and we'll go to the referee.
Okay, let's play football. Let's don't do a lot of talking. Let's just play, all right? This is going to be heads. This is tails. This is tails. This is heads. New Mexico, you're the visiting team. You get to call the toss.
You want tails?
He wants tails. And it's tails. You won the toss. You want the football. Okay, which way do you want to kick? Kick this way. So you stand right here.
Also, New Mexico has won the toss. They're going to take the football, and LSU is going to kick out of the north towards the south. Guys, lots of updates for you tonight. First off, and Doug, you may have mentioned some of it, BJ Ojulari will not play tonight. He's in street clothes. Jay Ward will not play tonight. He's dressed up. Helmet's not with him. A little nicked up from last week's game against Mississippi State. Also, Jack Besh will be the punt returner tonight. Chris Hilton Jr. will be back on kick returns. Coach Brian Kelly talked about getting more of an impact from special teams. We'll see that. Finally, LSU has been a 3-4-4-3, a hybrid type of team. They are going to play 4-3 tonight because New Mexico is an inline option team, and they feel like that's the best way to defend this unique attack, which is on a short week's notice. Harold Perkins Jr. will start. He's been outstanding. So we see, I expect to see a lot of number 40. So a lot of changes. That's not uncommon for this game, a non-conference game where LSU's heavily favored before you open up conference play. Doug?
And Gordy, it's good to see LSU still making all those changes. We're in the fourth game now. You go back to the first game, and every game there have been little tweaks here and there. One of the biggest, what I will call a tweak, although it is not so much of a tweak, Emory Jones at right tackle has really come into his own. He's a freshman. Will Campbell is a freshman at the left tackle. Those two guys together really anchor that entire offensive line. And since they have both started playing as starters, LSU's offense has really come to life. Yeah, and that's one of the things we can really see with this LSU team.
Yeah, indeed. You know, Emory Jones has got fantastic feet. First off, that's important for a tackle. You got to be able to get out in pass protection. And secondly, he's a dominant run blocker. He was that way as a five-star prospect from Catholic High. and LSU just could not find the combination on the right size. Emory Jones played the majority of the second half against Southern University and did some great things. He was the highest graded defensive lineman according to Pro Football Focus, or rather offensive lineman according to Pro Football Focus. He's in the starting line and played really well against Mississippi State. Cut.
LSU ready to kick the ball up. Team lined up on the left side as we look down on the field here to give you all the play-by-play. The voice of the Tigers, Chris Blair.
Thank you, Doug. Opening kickoff brought to you as always by H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. Chris Washington back deep for the Lobos. Here's the approach by Ramos. Boot meets ball, and we've got football in Louisiana. Going to be fielded by Washington about 6 yards deep. He'll bring it out up the far side across the 15. Hit hard. Stays upright across the 20. Makes his way up near the 23-yard line. Maybe stop at the 22. And that's where the Lobos will take over. We've heard Coach Brian Kelly talk about the odds of getting the football first when you win the toss. In fact, for New Mexico, in 22 games under head coach Danny Gonzales, only one time have they started a contest without the football. So both of these teams like the numbers when you win the toss, and the Lobos will get started first down and 10 at their own 23-yard line, far side hash, attacking right to left on your dial. Transfer quarterback Miles Kendrick stands in the pistol set. Motion a running back at the snap, hand it off, first man through is going to be Hullaby. Hullaby, a former linebacker, played 2 seasons with the Texas Longhorns before being converted to a running back and making his way to Albuquerque. He'll pick up 3 yards before being stopped there just beyond the 26-yard line. Again, this is a option style, not your Navy Army variety. More of a midline option. They do not utilize, for the most part, a fullback or B-back, as it were. They'll go with tailbacks out of the pistol formation. Kendrick again sets back in the pistol. Motion a man right to left. Again, the handoff going to be to Nate Jones, and Jones will carry the football up across the 30 to the 31. Make it third and manageable here for this mainly rushing offense for the Lobos. Mekhi Wingo there to make the stop for LSU, the sophomore out of St. Louis. So a 5-yard gain on the carry to Jones, the sophomore out of Bellflower, California. Jones initially expected to go to UCLA, had a chance to go to USC, but finds his way to New Mexico. 3rd down and 2 in the opening drive here for the Lobos. Again, they'll motion Wingo, looking to pitch it out to Wingo, far side. They get it to him, and he's dropped down, shy of the first down at about the 33-yard line. It'll be 4th and less than a yard. Great job by Jarek Bernard-Combres staying at home to make the tackle out on the edge. And that will set up 4th down and about a yard. And immediately, Coach Gonzales and the Lobos decide to bring out the punt unit. And we'll see Aaron Rodriguez, a junior out of Newhall, California, averaging 47 yards per kick. And as Gordy told us, Jack Besh will set back deep for LSU. He'll set up shop around the 24-yard line of the Tigers. Just underway, 12:53, clock moving, no score. Opening drive stop for the Lobos at their own 32. High snap, but fielded by Rodriguez. He'll put the punt in the air, and this one's going to go out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. It could be relatively good field position. In fact, they'll mark it up at the 43 for LSU. So a 25-yard punt. The Tigers take over here. And their first offensive possession of the game. Jayden Daniels, transfer quarterback, 6 passing touchdowns on the year, 2 rushing touchdowns. 5th in SEC when it comes to touchdowns accounted for, with 8 on the year. He'll line it up first down and 10. Ball placed at the 43-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Give it to Goodwin. Big hole up the middle, but an arm tackle brings down Goodwin as he crosses the 45, just shy of the 46-yard line. Justin Harris, the senior out of Lutcher, Louisiana for the Lobos, able to get in there and knock him down. Harris started with Baylor back in 2017. Now playing for the Lobos. Daniels comes out firing. Catch made at midfield up near the first down sticks at the Lobos 47-yard line. Jack Besh hauls it in. That's his 3rd reception of the year. Picks up the first down. The Tigers on the move.
Well, Coach Kelly tells the truth, though, doesn't he? He said he's going to use Jack Besh, and he has used him already early in the game.
Lobos crowding the line of scrimmage here. Turner snaps the football to Daniels. Quick fire, far side. Catch made at the 40 by Neighbors. Slips through a tackle inside the 35. Eventually brought down at about the 33-yard line. Good pitch and catch. Neighbors again, one of the top receivers for this Tiger team. That's his 15th reception on the season. Another first down on a 13-yard reception. 1st and 10 now at the Lobos' 32-yard line.
Guys, a little bit of a change there. So it's Neighbors that's playing wide at the X position and Besh playing the slot. Remember, Boutte is not here, excused absence tonight. So Neighbors, who's been primarily the slot, is going to play out wide tonight at times.
Josh Williams, the featured running back. Daniels takes the shotgun snap, gives it to Josh. Josh between left tackle, a little bit of room inside the 30. Squares his shoulders and gets down to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll set up 2nd down and 5. Tigers on the march here. First possession of the game. Lacey and Thomas. Wide to the right side as Daniels steps back in the pocket, takes time, drops it off to Williams in the flat at the 25, and Williams carries it inside the 20, down to around the 18-yard line as the Tigers, first time tonight, step inside the Capital One red zone. Capital One, proud supporter of LSU athletics. What's in your wallet? 9-yard gain on the pass play. It'll be 1st down and 10 now at the Lobos 17. Early moments, first quarter action. Daniels working with Williams on a sidecar to his left. Flips it out. Thomas steps back after making the catch at the 13. Now moves forward inside the 10. Down to the Lobos 9-yard line. Thomas with his 10th catch of the season. Nifty move out there. Made the defender miss. Picked up extra yards, and the Tigers now pick up 8 yards as Neighbors and Jenkins line up wide to the right side. Tigers ready to move. 2 tight ends to the right side of the formation. Daniels in the shotgun. Armani Goodwin, the running back. Goodwin going to get the carry. Goes straight ahead. Puts his nose down to the 5-yard line. Picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st down, goal to goal at the Lobo 5. Cody Moon, leading tackler for the Lobos out of Albuquerque, makes the stop. But LSU quickly lining it up. 10 minutes to go, first quarter. Snap to Daniels. Back to Goodwin. Goodwin goes to his right. Leans forward. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. Armani Goodwin. 4th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Tigers take an early lead, 6-0, with 9:52 remaining here in the first quarter. Well, Doug, that time they used the pass. They used the run. Pretty good calls, pretty good execution. LSU marches down the field, puts points on the board.
You cannot have a better drive than that. It was made up of bits and pieces of all parts of LSU's offense, and it was wrapped up with a nice blast over the middle for the touchdown by LSU.
Ramos on for the point after. Bramlett to hold. Slade Roy snaps it back. Ramos swings the leg. It's up and good. That'll make it 7-0 LSU. Scoring on their first drive of the night. Ramos, by the way, 15 of 16 now in point afters. And with a timeout on the field, 9:52 remains here in the first quarter. LSU takes an early lead, 7-0. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now through October 31st, Delta Community Credit Union has great deals on home loans. Get $500 off closing costs for a home purchase or refinance. Take $1,000 off closing costs for a jumbo loan. Want to put your home equity to work? Delta Community is offering no closing fees for home equity loans or lines of credit. Visit deltacommunitycu.com/comehome to learn more. Borrower responsible for interest, taxes, and insurance payments. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 401141.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece. And let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Hey, Georgia, this is attorney Cheryl Kelly. I get this question all the time. What should I do after I'm in an accident? Well, first, you need to call the police. And second, you need to take photos of all of the vehicles that are involved. Yes, not just yours. every vehicle involved. You need to get medical care immediately to document your pain and your injuries. And lastly, you need to call C. Kelly Law if you're injured by someone else at 844-I-WIN-4GA. That number again is 844-I-WIN-4GA. And one thing you shouldn't do is talk to any insurance companies, not even your own. The insurance company is not your friend after you've been in an accident. For more information about what you should do after an accident, visit our website at win4ga.com. Call our team to get the real help that you need after an accident at 844-I-WIN-4GA.
This is WWL.
Hear the Tigers roar. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
7-0 LSU, 9:52 remaining in the first quarter as the Tigers go 8th place, 57 yards and 249. A 5-yard scamper from Armani Goodwin to put the Tigers up. And Doug Morrow, I'll tell you this on this Sunshine Sideline report, that was as comfortable as I've seen Jayden Daniels in a first series this season. They went tempo, and that was smooth operating right there.
And he did everything the way a quarterback is supposed to do it. Finds open receivers, gets the ball to them, that lets them make a movement after the reception. Just a great drive overall.
Ensuing kickoff off the foot of Ramos. Going to be fielded again by Washington. Comes out of the end zone, this time crossing the 15. LSU special teams down there to wrap him up quickly. Stop at the 17-yard line. And that's where the Lobos will take over. Again, it's a midline option attack out of the pistol formation. And after struggling last year, Coach Gonzales said, we got to add a vertical passing game. Something they're still working on here right now for the most part, keeping it on the ground. Again, LSU with that 57 yards in their opening drive, 40 through the air, 17 on the ground, including the 5-yard touchdown for Armani Goodwin. Miles Kendrick steps into the gun. He'll have Nate Jones on a wing to his left. Kendrick comes out to his left, fires up across the 22-yard line near side. Catch grab by Jordan Porter, senior out of Rancho Cucamonga, California.
I've been there. That's in L.A., Chris. Beautiful town.
Very beautiful part of the country. In fact, Porter, former teammate of LSU quarterback Jayden Daniels at Arizona State before transferring after 4 years with the Sun Devils to play his final year here at New Mexico. This time they'll give it off to Porter. Motion before the snap. He'll take the handoff, get to the 25-yard line. 2-yard gain. Savion Jones is there to make the tackle for LSU. In fact, a little bit of reunion for everybody. Jordan Porter, Jayden Daniels, and of course head coach Danny Gonzales spent 2 years as the defensive coordinator at Arizona State. They all know each other. So the Lobos again, 3rd and short. 0 for 1 on 3rd down so far tonight, 32% on the season. Pistol formation. Kendrick again steps back, flips it out into the flat near side to his running back, up near the 27-yard line. May have enough for the first down. He got it out to Jones, who just leaked out of the backfield. Greg Brooks made the tackle for LSU, but the pass was right on the mark. It'll be a first down for the Lobos. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, Chris, I'll jump in. Big news for LSU. Sevyn Banks is in at cornerback. His first action, I believe, of the season. Right cornerback, 4-star, 5-star kid out of Ohio State. Had a knee injury, was slow getting in the fall camp. They're really high on what he can do out there. Look forward to seeing him play tonight.
He'll be matched up with Porter on the near side. Get it out to Wingo on a swing pass. Wingo in trouble, and the Tigers bring him down. Loss on the play, back to the 24-yard line, far side. Great coverage that time. Mekhi Garner tracking down Luke Wysong, the sophomore out of Rio Rancho, New Mexico, who is kind of their offensive spark plug. He's got 12 catches on the year, 13 carries. He's the pitch man normally when they decide to get on the edge with the option game. But that time, LSU, no problem getting to him. They lose 4 yards. Second down, 14 back at the 24-yard line.
Well, that's great team gang tackling out there in the right flat. The first tackler didn't make the tackle, but he slowed down the receiver, and the second one came in and cleaned it up.
This time on the handoff, first back through is going to be Jones. Jones up the middle, going to be hit. They'll give him forward progress to the 26, which I think is kind. It looked like he was stood up at the 25, but they'll give him a 2-yard gain before Jaqueline Roy knocks him down there. It'll be second down, or rather third down and 12 upcoming here. Under 7 minutes to go first quarter. LSU leading 7-0 over New Mexico. The Lobos with their second possession of the ball game. They'll sit 2 wide to the left, 1 lone receiver to the right side. Kendrick sets back in the pistol formation. Nate Jones back there with him. Now they're moving from the right hip to the left hip of Hendricks. Here's the snap, a little high, but handled. Give it off to Jones. Jones with some room across the 30, makes his way to the 35, and will fall forward to the 36-yard line. He'll be short of the first down by 2 yards. But he picked up 10 yards. Pretty good job by that offensive front for New Mexico. Matuda and Ford clearing out some room for the running back that time. But it will be 4th down and 2, and we expect to see Aaron Rodriguez punt for the second time tonight. He's averaging 47 yards a punt. Has a long of 63 on the year, but earlier, just a 25-yard punt last time out. Jack Besh stands back for LSU at the 20-yard line. Rodriguez takes the handle, lets it fly from the 25 of his own. Besh backpedaling, fields it at about the 15, and will be tackled immediately right there at the 15-yard line. That time a 49-yard punt from Rodriguez, and the Tigers will have the football first down and 10 at their own 15. Timeout on the field. Tigers with their second possession of the night. They lead New Mexico 7-0. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and member FDIC.
When you're a fan, you wear your team's jersey on your back and your heart on your sleeve. After a win, your world glistens. Lose, and the hurt permeates your soul. You'll always have a place with us in the Cox Fan Zone, where everyone can play and connect with other fans in a big group hug. See, in the Fan Zone, you're not some crazy fan. You're home.
Hey, Tiger fans, say Fan Zone into your Cox voice remote to play. Not at home? Visit cox.com/fanzone and go Tigers. Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hear the Tigers roar. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
7-0. LSU leads New Mexico. Tigers have the football for the second time tonight. Put together a 57-yard drive in their first possession before Armani Goodwin found the end zone. Back inside the Caesars Sportsbook broadcast booth, 5:34 remaining here in the first quarter. Listen up, fans, introducing the greatest hits from the lottery. Play Hit 50 and win up to $1,000. Visit any lottery retailer. Pick up Hit 50 today for your chance to win. Must be at least 21 to purchase. Tigers come out of the timeout. First down and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Lobos place 4 at the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap back in the shotgun to Daniels. Time, and he'll look for the long ball down the middle of the field. And a man wide open behind the defense. Chris Hilton Jr. hauls it in inside the 40, rambles down near the 30-yard line of the Lobos. As that time the Tigers get uncorked, and Daniels goes deep for a 55-yard reception. And how wide open was Chris Hilton? Outran the defense for the Lobos, and quickly it's first down and 10, now at the 34-yard line of New Mexico.
Hilton on the right side ran down in between the seam from between the cornerback and the safety, got wide open, made the reception.
Empty backfield, 5 wide, throw over the middle. Catch going to be made by Besh. He'll take it at the 30, get down to the 25-yard line before being stopped there. Defensively, Rico Hanna, the senior out of Alabama, coming in to make the tackle. But again, everything at the disposal early on here with the Tiger quarterback, Jayden Daniels. 9-yard gain sets up second down and 1 at the 25-yard line of the Lobos. 2 receivers out wide to the left. Mason Taylor, the tight end, lined up to the right. Now will be to the left side of the formation at the snap. Give to Goodwin, running downhill left side, inside the 20 before being spun down at the 18-yard line. That time, Cody Moon again with his 3rd tackle of the night for the Lobos. Tigers, though, pick up the first down on the ground.
Ball's at the 18-yard line.
Second trip and as many possessions inside the Capital One red zone. Goodwin will stay out as the running back. Jerry Jenkins out wide to the left. Malik Neighbors wide to the right side. Double tight end set. Daniels looks right. Plenty of time in the pocket now. The alarm clock goes off, and he will tuck and run. Not much doing there. Lost a yard to about the 19. That time the Lobos, good coverage downfield. Daniels nowhere to go with it. Loses a yard.
He had good coverage spread around in the secondary, but there's an opening in the middle of the field, right in the middle between the hash marks, and LSU will take advantage of that, I think, pretty quickly.
Maybe if Jack Best checks into the slot to the left side. Jerry Jenkins out wide to the left. Neighbors, lone receiver, short side of the field to right. They'll go to Neighbors quickly. Comes back, catches it at the 14. And now a team of Lobos carry him out of bounds at about the 14-yard line after a gain of 6. Again, one thing that stands out about this 3-3-5 for Rocky Long is LSU's finding some holes in the passing game, but they do attack the football quickly. They get a lot of hats around the ball.
They've got a very active defense, and they're good players and guys that like to hit because they want to make the other team feel the punishment.
3rd down and 6. Ball at the 14-yard line here. Daniels going to motion Taylor, the tight end, left to right. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Daniels stands tall, fires, and misfires this one into the end zone. He was looking for Neighbors, threw it behind him, incomplete. And that will set up 4th down and 6. And we expect to see Tigers to come out here. Ramos to try the field goal. Again, you mentioned the way New Mexico attacks the football defensively. One of the things Coach Gonzales said this week he was worried about is they tackle through the ball carrier. They try to put that first hit on him and then allow the teammates to come and wrap him up. So they're going to try to get at you quickly. Ramos going to try 31-yarder, near side hash. Kick is on its way towards the south end zone, and it's good. So the Tigers make it 10-0 with 2:23 remaining here in the first quarter. We've got a timeout on the field. Fans Capital One offering checking and savings accounts with no fees or minimums. What's in your wallet? Right now, your Fighting Tigers leading New Mexico 10-0. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now through October 31st, Delta Community Credit Union has great deals on home loans. Get $500 off closing costs for a home purchase or refinance. Take $1,000 off closing costs for a jumbo loan. Want to put your home equity to work? Delta Community is offering no closing fees for home equity loans or lines of credit. Visit deltacommunitycu.com/comehome to learn more. Borrower responsible for interest, taxes, and insurance payments. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 401141.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece, and let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Hey, Georgia, this is attorney Cheryl Kelly. Most people know that I'm one of Atlanta's premier injury attorneys, but what most people don't know is that insurance companies routinely undervalue the pain, suffering, and loss of life in our community. Hiring one of those huge law firms won't get our community the results that we deserve. You need an attorney who can tell your story because we care and because we live your story. You need a team that wins for our community and a lawyer with the knowledge and experience to get the most out of the insurance company. You need C. Kelly Law. So if you're injured by someone else, call 844-I-WIN-4GA to get the real help that you need. That number again is 844-I-WIN-4GA, or visit our website at win4ga.com. That's win4ga.com. Contact our team as soon as you're injured to get the real help that you need.
This is WWL. Hear the Tigers roar. This is the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. 7 plays, 71 yards. We're almost 31-yard field goal. LSU leads New Mexico 10-0 with 2:23 remaining in the first quarter. Doug Morrow, what I liked about that series had to be the deep pass to Hilton. But again, Jayden Daniels very, very comfortable at ease, running at a certain tempo in control of this LSU offense.
But he likes that fast tempo, and I think he's going to do it again. I tell you, Gordy, as long as he's successful, whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, he's going to be real happy with the result, and it's going to really put New Mexico back on their heels, and they're already on their heels pretty good.
Jayden Daniels, by the way, 7 of 8. Started 7 of 7 in this game throwing the football. Ramos approaches at the 35. Kick is in the air. This time it will go over the head of Washington. Brought out the 2 first kickoffs out of the end zone. This time he steps up, lets it go for a touchback. It'll be first down and 10 at the 25 as New Mexico will start with their best field position and their 3rd possession of the night. 10-0 LSU leads. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Fighting Tiger football on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Home of the New Orleans Saints and LSU Sports. 870 AM WWL New Orleans, 105.3 WWL FM and HD1 Kenner New Orleans, a radio.com sports station.
Football first down and 10 at their 25. Kendrick working with 2 backs in the pistol formation, motions a receiver. Now here's the pitch coming near side. LSU again has it covered up. He'll cross the 25-yard line, but Sherrod White doesn't go far before Mekhi Garner knocks him down. Picked up maybe 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Tigers averaging 9 yards per play. New Mexico right at 3 yards per offensive play. We've got 1:58 to go here in the first quarter. Lobos line up 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Again, twin backs in this pistol option attack with Kendrick. 1 to his right, 1 behind him. Kendrick under a lot of pressure. Here come the Tigers. He'll be sacked inside the 20, back at the 17-yard line. It was Savion Jones getting to him first, his 2nd sack of the season. That sack brought to you by Train. Hard to stop the Tigers, hard to stop a train. So 8 yards lost on the play, and New Mexico, a team that certainly cannot afford to get off schedule. Now looking at 3rd and 16 back at their own 19-yard line.
On the previous play, LSU had great defensive pursuit. It held the game to about 2 yards. This time, greater defensive pursuit, went for a big loss of about 7 or 8.
Tigers have 4 men on the line of scrimmage. High snap handled by Kendrick. He'll hand it off, breaking an arm tackle in the backfield, coming near side with it, but stopped at the 27 is Washington. Washington, the freshman out of San Diego, able to pick up some yards, but well shy of the first down. Only got about 8 yards on the carry before Bernard Converse makes a great open field tackle. And once again, the Lobos have to punt it away. And Aaron Rodriguez back out there stands at his own 11-yard line. Jack Bech for the Tigers inside the 30. This will be the 3rd punt of the night on 3 possessions so far for New Mexico. Under 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Rodriguez takes the snap, lets it fly. This time, high punt fielded by Bech, middle of the field at the 24. Goes to his left, now stays upright, comes to his near side, got a block he needed at the 45. Across midfield, down at the 40, flags are down as he hits the sideline. 15, 10, 5. He's into the end zone, but will hold the phone. Flag back at the 35-yard line of LSU. What appeared to be a 76-yard punt return may be coming back, but certainly an electricity through Tiger Stadium here on that return by Jack Bech. But you can tell now simply by the sound of this legendary stadium that one's probably coming back. Our referee Ted Pitts will tell us about it in just a moment. He's conferring with officials down to our right at the 30-yard line.
During the return, personal foul, blindside block, 25 return team. That'll be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
Again, it's a new emphasis, new rule in the blindside block. Watching it here on replay, Gordy Rush, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 15 years ago.
Oh, no.
That's not a flag.
No. I mean, he's in front of the shoulder pads. I'm not a fan of that call at all, and you're exactly right. You're exactly right. We heard that numerous times the last 2 years in all of our official calls that everything is about player safety, and I can respect that. That's clean. He got in front of the shoulder pads. Bad call.
So again, the Tigers will come back, set up shop. We end the first quarter of action here at Tiger Stadium with LSU leading New Mexico by a score. Oh, they're going to make them snap. So an untimed down, they will have to snap the ball even though the first quarter clock had come to an end. So they will place the ball down at the 20-yard line. And Doug, I think Gordy's exactly right. We watched it on the replay here. That looked like a very good block and someone who was trying to avoid the blindside block.
He went to all of the efforts you can go to make that a clean block. And I thought it was a clean block, but they didn't ask us, did they?
No, they did not. So the Tigers will snap it with no time on the first quarter clock. We'll see John Emery check in. Emery last week, 2 carries, 15 yards against Mississippi State. Or 2 receptions, I should say, for 15 yards. He'll get the carry and go right side up to about the 24-yard line. Be stopped there, and the first quarter now will come to an end as Jeremy there to make the tackle for New Mexico. After 1 quarter of play tonight, LSU leading 10-0. They've scored on their first 2 possessions. Their 3rd possession will continue when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Check out Albertsons For You in our mobile app where you can shop for groceries and save weekly with digital coupons all in one place. With Albertsons For You, you can earn rewards points every time you shop and redeem them for free groceries. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or go to albertsons.com to sign up. Albertsons, fresh food, local flavors.
You'll be in the money when you play cash in from the lottery. Win up to $6,000. It's a triple play with triple luck. Top prizes of $13,000. Money, money, money. Play all about the Bens, loaded with $100 prizes, and you could win up to $100,000. Join the fun this fall and play all 3 scratch-offs from the lottery, giving you a reason to smile. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. The time is right, the party's just begun. Have a good time, strong.
Ford F-Series has been keeping the good times rolling as the best-selling truck in America 44 years straight. And with the smartest F-150 and most capable Super Duty ever built, this dynasty will keep right on rolling. Drive the new 2021 F-150 at your Southern Quality Ford dealer, proud partner of the LSU Tigers. Based on 1977 through 2020 calendar year sales.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
Second quarter action, presented by Dudley DeBosier, continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
One quarter of action here in the books at Tiger Stadium. LSU leading New Mexico 10-0. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be LSU's championship healthcare partner. Together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake, champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. Let's take a look at the first half stats. As always, brought to you by Hancock Whitney, official bank of LSU Athletics. Tigers 132 yards of offense, 106 of that through the air, 26 on the ground. For New Mexico, 30 yards total offense, 5 through the air, 25 on the ground. Jayden Daniels, 7 of 8, hit his first 7 passes tonight. Already thrown for 106 yards. Armani Goodwin leading the way on the ground. 4 carries, 19 yards, had a 5-yard touchdown to get LSU on the board early. For New Mexico, Kendrick doesn't throw a lot, but he's 3 of 3 for 5 yards. Leading rusher right now is Nate Jones, 3 carries, 16 yards for the Lobos.
Real quick, Chris, Anthony Bradford checks in at right guard. He did not dress last week against Mississippi State. He's in for Frazier there.
Another sideline report powered by your hometown John Deere dealers, Sunshine. 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers as we resume action here in the second quarter. Handoff, Goodwin running right side up across the 25 up to about the 27-yard line. Gain of 3 before Saltonstall, the senior out of Morgan Hill, California, at that nose tackle, able to get him down from behind, and apparently timeout taken by our officials here. Dry the football off.
No, Malik Neighbors was down. He's limping off, nothing serious. And Kyron Lacey's going to check in. We'll take a look and see if the trainer's looking at him. Not much. The trainer's not even going to talk to him, but LSU made a sub there. As Neighbors was down, he quickly bounced up.
Yeah, Neighbors came running off to the sideline. We'll see Lacey, as Gordy said, check in. We'll see Josh Williams also check in at running back. Cole Taylor, the tight end, lines up in the slot to the right side as Daniels looks right, flips it out to Williams. Williams catching far sideline, 35-40, up across the 45-yard line before being bounced out at the 48 after a gain of 20. A nice job by Cole Taylor blocking downfield that time, leading the way for Williams. Tigers pick up the first down. On the attack again, ball marked just shy of the 47-yard line of their own, hash mark right side. LSU now attacking right to left on your dial. Daniels, plenty of time in the pocket, drops it off underneath the mesh on the hash mark far side at midfield. He immediately puts his nose down, gets to the 46. Nice pickup on the pitch and catch. The Tigers looking for 2nd down and 4 upcoming here with 13:44 to go, clock moving second quarter. They'll send trip receivers to the left, including Thomas, Besh, and Lacey. Daniels looking to run off the right side. Gets by, got a block, 35-30, and tripped up as he makes his way inside the 25 far side to the 23-yard line. A.J. Halsey able to save what could have been a score for LSU. The corner coming up, forcing him wide, grabbed him around the knees. But a nice pickup for Jayden Daniels, who wanted to go with the football to his left, but had tons of green grass in front of him to the right side. Second time he has run the football tonight. Got 3 receivers left, wide side of the field. Williams the single back, waiting on the shotgun snap from Turner. He's got it. Daniels flips it out quickly and incomplete. Through the hands and off the knee that time of Brian Thomas. It's incomplete. Sets up second down at 10 for the Tigers.
Pass was thrown a little low to Thomas, about knee height, and he was facing the football. He took his eyes off of it, looking to see what was waiting for him upfield, and he just didn't make a clean catch of it. He could have. It would have picked up nice yardage.
Neighbors back out there on the field. He'll be wide to the right side, lone receiver. They'll have trip receivers to the left for Daniels. Looking for Neighbors. Fires it out quickly inside the 20. Caught at about the 18 to the 17. He'll pick up 7 yards. It'll make third down and a little more manageable here for LSU, as once again, for the third time tonight, they're inside the Capital One red zone of the Lobos. 12:36. Clock continues to roll second quarter. LSU leading 10-0. Williams stays out there as the running back. Coach Kelly and company trust him in pass protection. 3 receivers left. Again, Neighbors lone receiver to the right side. A lot of room to the left side of the field. Here's Daniels. Chest high. Takes the snap. Pressure comes. Trying to get away. Does. Slips away. Moving to his right on the run. But will have to step out. And got a late hit. Here comes a flag. Daniels driven out of bounds and hit hard after he was just trying to step into the boundary. But Justin Harris, the senior out of nearby Lutcher, Louisiana, could not put on the brakes. And they will add some yardage to this by penalty.
Personal foul, out of bounds, defense number 97. That's a half the distance to the goal enforcement. Automatic, first down.
So again, they had a chance to get Daniels in the backfield. Got a grab on the lower end of the jersey, and he just slips out of it. And then Harris would have limited what could have been a short yardage scramble. The late hit out of bounds sets up a first down, half the distance. Ball marked now at the New Mexico 9-yard line. Tigers up 10-0, looking for more. Jenkins out wide to the left. They'll motion Lacey at the snap. Give it off Williams. Stutter step. Now to the 5. And inside the 3, there's a flag down at the 11-yard line, middle of the field. See if this is going to go against LSU, as there was a hole. Williams waited patiently before making his last cut and then moving north-south.
Holding. Offense, number 87. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. We'll replay first down.
Second penalty of the night for LSU. Going to back him up after a good run for Williams. But typically, Doug, when you have that kind of good run, there could be a hold in there, and this time the officials got it.
Well, sometimes, that helps it out a little bit. You find those holes get a lot bigger when you can grab the other guy's jersey and pull it away from where the hole was going to be.
Backs it up to the 19-yard line here. And the Tigers looking at first and goal from the 19. John Emery in at running back, switches from left to right hip of Daniels. 3 receivers tight to the formation left side, 1 to the right. Daniels over the middle. Catch made by Besh at the 17. Besh backpedaling his way, bouncing off defenders at the 10. Makes his way just shy of the 9-yard line. 10-yard gain. A set up second down goal to go from just inside the Lobo 10 with 11:10 remaining second quarter, and LSU leading 10-0. Besh with 4 receptions on the night, came into the game with 2 catches on the year. Daniels again works with Emery in the backfield. Cole Taylor will motion left to right. Now Taylor will get the catch at the 5 and untouched. He goes into the end zone. There's a flag coming out late after he crossed the plane, but Taylor with his 3rd catch of the year. Looks like the Tigers have a touchdown, but that flag came out immediately And LSU not celebrating a whole lot.
Pass interference. Number 8, offense. That's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. We'll replay second down.
Well, so Neighbors trying to clear out some room for Cole Taylor.
Yeah, it's called a rub route, guys. Neighbors, the outside receivers, just trying to get a piece of Taylor's defender. He got, I think, a rub bonus package right there. Give him a little bit more love than a rub, and they called it. It's a pick play right there, and that's why Taylor was so wide open.
Well, if LSU gets a touchdown on this drive, it's going to be like a 160-yard drive resulting in the score.
They backpedal again. And after the infraction, moves it back to the 25-yard line. So now Daniels takes the snap. Pressure comes. He's hit, stays upright, but eventually cannot get free and drop back at the 32-yard line on a loss of 8, as this time Justin Harris, again, Louisiana boy, makes the stop. And LSU 2 steps forward, 5 steps back here on this drive with 10.5 to go. So now, Tigers looking at 3rd down, goal to go back at the 32. They've been as close as the 9 in this drive. So Daniels steps into the shotgun. New Mexico, 4 men at the line of scrimmage. Nobody with their hand in the dirt coming after Daniels. They've rushed 5. Daniels feels the pressure, throws out to Taylor, far side at the 25, outside the numbers. And again, a team of Lobos. That's how Lobos work. Able to get him out of bounds at about the 21-yard line after a gain of 11. So that will be 4th down, goal to go. And we'll see Damian Ramos again come out and try for his 2nd field goal of the night. This one looks to be about a 39-yarder. His long on the season is 36. Hash mark right, kicking towards the north end zone. Slade Roy to snap it. Jay Bramlett to hold for the Tigers. Placement is down. Ramos puts a foot into it. Kick is up, and the kick is no good. So Ramos on the year now, 3 for 5 in field goals, and the Tigers drive, penalty laden, comes up empty. Score remains 10-0 LSU over New Mexico. Timeout on the field, 9:12 remains, 2nd quarter. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now through October 31st, Delta Community Credit Union has great deals on home loans. Get $500 off closing costs for a home purchase or refinance. Take $1,000 off closing costs for a jumbo loan. Want to put your home equity to work? Delta Community is offering no closing fees for home equity loans or lines of credit. Visit deltacommunitycu.com/comehome to learn more. Borrower responsible for interest, taxes, and insurance payments. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 401141.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece, and let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Membership fees apply after free trial. Cancel anytime.
Can I be real for a second? That goal you have to exercise and eat better, you really can do it, but nobody is going to do it for you. And nobody has to, because you can do it if you have the right tools and a community that cares about helping you get results. And that's us, Beachbody. It's as convenient as your TV or laptop, but you need to decide that you're worth it. Let us help you succeed. Here's how. Go to beachbody.com to claim your free membership and start feeling great.
This is WWL. Dudley DeBosier continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Well, your Fighting Tigers have had 3 possessions tonight. They've scored on 2 of those. This last possession, though, a missed field goal from about 39 yards out. And New Mexico, who play deep in their own territory, but several penalties and miscues by LSU. The difference in that one, Coach Gonzales and company happy to look up with 9:12 to go in the second quarter and realize they're only down 10-0. Fans, Toyota's national sales event is on. Enjoy every last second of summer and an exciting new Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer. Check out the Ready for Anything Toyota Tundra. How Tigers go tailgate. Toyota, proud partner of LSU Athletics. So the Lobos will take over first down and 10. Ball on the far side of hash at the 21-yard line of their own. Again, not much doing offensively, only 30 yards of offense so far. LSU's done a great job finding the football, staying within their keys, and wrapping up. So Kendrick will bring the Lobos out, have trip receivers to the left, single back to the right side, and Christian Washington, the freshman. Handoff going to come to Wysong. Wysong trying to spread the field. He'll have no success. Brought down at about the 19-yard line. A great job by Wes Weeks. Headhunting out there, makes the tackle. And a loss of 2 yards. That'll be the third tackle for loss by this LSU defense tonight. And again, that's hard to do. Trying to spread the field. Wysong is the Swiss Army knife in this Lobos offense, but that's a lot of ground to cover in hopes that LSU can't get to you. And that time Wes Weeks said, not on this particular play. So with the ball placed at the 20-yard line, near side hash, twin backs in the pistol formation for Kendrick. Takes the pitch. He looks to throw. Has a man wide open at the 32-yard line. Released out of the backfield is Jayden Hullaby. And Hullaby, the converted linebacker, with a huge play. Biggest play of the night for the Lobos inside LSU territory. Out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. A gain of 38 yards. Nobody accounted for. Hullaby, the sophomore out of Dallas, who just was running free down the far side.
And the quarterback looked to the right. He rolled to the left, looked back to the right, as if he were going to release the ball in that direction. It opened up everything on the left side offensively of the defense. He threw it to a wide open receiver for a big gainer down to the 42-yard line.
Motion Wysong with the handoff to Washington. Washington trying to cut it off the right edge. And he'll be dropped at about the 37-yard line as the Tigers able to get to him that time. Brooks along with Perkins bring down the ball carrier after a gain of 4 yards. What's interesting about Hullaby, I mentioned there's not a true B-back or fullback in this offense. Hullaby the closest to that at 6'2", 240 pounds, but Coach Gonzales using him in the passing game for the biggest play of scrimmage tonight. It'll be second down and 5 at the 37-yard line of the Tigers here. Again, twin backs in this pistol formation. One receiver to each side, tight end playing off the left side of the formation. Kendrick's going to keep, and Kendricks goes nowhere. Lost a yard to the 38-yard line as Ali Gay, waiting at home for the Lobo quarterback, brings him down quickly. Under 7 to play here in the first half. Substitutions coming in for New Mexico.
Hey guys, I want to mention, and I failed to mention this during the coin toss here right after, Major Burns is also in street close tonight. He's not playing tonight, free safety. So Bernard Converse, who's been a starting cornerback, is back playing safety. And on that big pass play, a little confusion on the back end. I'm not sure if it was a safety or a linebacker, but that's a new position for Bernard Converse.
Kendrick takes the snap, rolls out to his left, and nearly intercepted at the 35-yard line. He let it fly, looking for Wysong. Stepping in front of the passing lane was Greg Brooks, who just couldn't hold on. Comes out of his mitts. But it will set up fourth down and 6 for the Lobos here on the Tigers side of the field. And no question, immediately Aaron Rodriguez comes out, set the punter away for the fourth time tonight. Going to try to pin back the Tigers here as Besh will stand with his heels firmly on the 10-yard line. Rodriguez will take the snap at the 47-yard line of his own. Expect to let him fly at about midfield. Snap is back. Rodriguez 2 steps, puts a foot into it, a mile high into the air. Besh in traffic, calls for the fair catch. He'll take it at about the 12-yard line, and LSU takes over after a 26-yard punt with 6:07 remaining here in the second quarter. LSU leading 10-0. Tigers have the football when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of LSU Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
No matter which road you take, the Toyota Tundra is the perfect way to navigate it. You may find yourself in some pretty remote places.
That view is amazing.
Or in places where pastimes become stories that become legends.
I got one. It's a keeper.
And each day ends watching a star-filled sky.
Whoa.
Built to follow your path, the Toyota Tundra. Toyota, let's go places. Visit your local Toyota dealer to check out the Toyota Tundra. How Tigers go tailgate. Toyota, proud partner of LSU Athletics. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
Second quarter action, presented by Dudley DeBosier, continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
6:07 remains before halftime here at Tiger Stadium. LSU leading 10-0 over New Mexico. Fans, Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold, fights for Tiger fans all across Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier, proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. LSU taking over possession, their fourth possession of the night. Scored on 2 of their first 3, missed a 39-yard field goal last time out. It'll be first down and 10. They'll start this drive from their own 12-yard line. This is a New Mexico program that really was decimated by the pandemic. In fact, in 2020, they were limited as the number of games they could play. And Doug, they had to play all of their home games in Las Vegas at Old Sam Boyd Stadium, which is the old UNLV stadium. So even their home games were road games. They spent several weeks in hotels away from campus. Last year, only 3 wins for Coach Gonzales. They also did not have a weight room all of 2020. Again, did not have access to it as they were on the road for home and road games. Again, this is a team trying to get back to full strength.
Yeah, and that changes the kind of people that you attract to your program also. When they've got to look at that and say, what do I have in store for me?
First down and 10. Daniels looked downfield, but had to drop it off to Mason Taylor, right side, who makes his way up to the 15-yard line on a gain of 3. Sets up second down and 7 as Taylor hauls in his first catch of the night. Talented freshman tight end. Tigers looking now at second down and 7. Inside their own 20-yard line, the ball placed at the 15 as Turner with his nose over the football. Waiting to snap it back. Daniels now has it. Tight pocket. Daniels lets it fly. Catch made by Lacey at the 27. Spins from one defender, but they're able to hold on, bring him down at the 28-yard line. But a nice pitch and catch. Going to pick up the first down on a gain of 12 yards. Tigers will move the chains. Lacey, the transfer out of Louisiana Lafayette. Played his high school ball in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Had 10 touchdowns as a Raging Cajun a year ago. Empty backfield for Daniels on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, nothing there. Now we'll tuck and run near the near side hash up across the 30. And drops down after a 4-yard gain at the 32. Durrami there again making his second tackle at defensive end for the Lobos. We're under 5 minutes to play before halftime. 2 wideouts to the wide side of the field. That's the right, 1 to the left. Daniels looking left. Flips it out to Taylor. Taylor goes down to the ground, hauls it in at the 37-yard line, but maybe a yard shy of the stick to gain. Needed to reach the 38. So a gain of 5 yards. Makes it 3rd down and a yard here as it looks like Coach Gonzales is going to call a timeout. He'll take his first call timeout of the first half. He'll have 2 more remaining with 4:21 to go here in the game. They'll take a timeout. on the field. We'll do so with them. 10-0 LSU leading over New Mexico. Tiger fans, stop by, see your local Southern Quality Ford dealer, take a test drive, get amazing deals and low financing on a new car, truck, or SUV, and let the good times roll. 4:21 remains, second quarter. LSU leading 10-0. Tigers with the ball, looking at 3rd and 1 from their own 37 when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now through October 31st, Delta Community Credit Union has great deals on home loans. Get $500 off closing costs for a home purchase or refinance. Take $1,000 off closing costs for a jumbo loan. Want to put your home equity to work? Delta Community is offering no closing fees for home equity loans or lines of credit. Visit deltacommunitycu.com/comehome to learn more. Borrower responsible for interest, taxes, and insurance payments. Insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 401141.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece, and let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See popeyes.com/offer-terms.
When you drive the brand ranked #1 in dependability by J.D. Power, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Whether it's in the Kia Sportage with available all-wheel drive, the powerful K5 with available 290 horsepower, the Sporty Forte, or the dynamic and spacious Sorento. Lease the new 2023 Sportage LX for $279 a month for 36 months with $34.99 due at signing for qualified lessees. Kia, movement that inspires.
Kia received the fewest reported problems among all brands in the J.D. Power 2022 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study based on 2019 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2022 details. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. New 2023 Sportage LX 2.5-liter GDI 8AT FWD 27,285 MSRP. MSRP includes destination handling and excludes taxes, title, license fees, options, and retailer charges. Extra prices set by dealer and may vary. Lease from Kia Finance and approved credit. Lessee is responsible for insurance, maintenance, repairs, 20 cents per mile over 10,000 miles a year and excess wear. Subject to vehicle availability and dealer participation. Must take delivery by 10/31/22. Limited inventory availability. See dealer for available stock.
This is WWL. Presented by Dudley DeBosier. Continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Looks like they put the nose of the football inside the 38, just beyond the 37-yard line. So it will be 4th and less than a yard here. It looks like LSU, who's so far on the year 3 of 5 on 4th downs, are going to keep the offense out there. Josh Williams checks in at running back. Strong formation at the line of scrimmage. Handoff Williams off the left edge. Williams has the first down, breaks a tackle at the 40, now near side 45, up near midfield before stepping out of bounds. 13-yard gain, got the first down and then some. Great run by Josh Williams. Great vision, Doug, to see a little bit of room off that left edge and able to put his foot in the ground and move north-south. Picks up a big first down.
An outstanding second effort. He took the handoff across the face of the center, went to the left side, was hit, shrugged off that tackle, got downfield, picked up a first down at the midfield.
See if the Tigers want to open it up with a passing game. They'll drop it off underneath. Again, Taylor makes the catch at the 46 of the Lobos. Carries a couple of defenders down to the 42, about an 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 2 as we hit the 3-minute mark remaining before the halftime break. Looking at, again, 2nd down and 2. Playing on the Lobos side of the field. Taylor in the slot to the left side along with Kyron Lacey. Snap, handoff, Williams hit in the backfield, trying to stay upright. He eventually moves forward, but loses about 2 yards back at the 44. Looked like he had a loss of maybe 5 or 6, but able to slip away initially from the pressure in the backfield. But it will backpedal the Tigers just a bit here at the 44-yard line, ball middle of the field, 2:21, clock continuing to move, second quarter.
Third down.
So now the Tigers looking to convert on 3rd down and 4. Neighbors motions behind the line, right to left. Daniels lets it fly. Catch going to be made by Jenkins at the 36, far side, outside the numbers, cuts it back in, inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They'll pick up the first down. Sure hand to Ray Jenkins, hauling in his 9th catch of the year and getting some yards after the catch for a gain of 16. Daniels now targeting 9 different receivers with catches here tonight in the first half. First down and 10 at the Lobo 28-yard line. Daniels working with Williams. 3 wide to the left. Lone receiver Neighbors to the right side. That's the short side. Daniels looking left. Now wants to drop it off, and it's deflected with the pass at the line of scrimmage. New Mexico able to get up there and knock it down. Cody Moon, I believe, got his hand on it. Sets up second down and 10. Again inside the New Mexico 30 at the 28-yard line. And it's going to be interesting before we go into the Super One Foods halftime report. Gordy Rush going to be able to talk with head coach Brian Kelly to get his thoughts on this offense, which again has had their opportunities. Looked good early on, but now just kind of running in the mud, so to speak. And I'll hand it off, speaking of running, to Williams, who runs downhill to the 25. Tigers looking after a 3-yard gain at 3rd and about 7.
Picked up 3, 3rd down 7.
Jayden Daniels, 205 yards passing so far tonight, but on 3rd down and 7, Tigers looking to convert. Shotgun snap. 2 for 5 on 3rd downs tonight. Daniels fires, catch made inside the 10, down around the 7. It's Ray Jenkins. He'll have the first down and then some on a 19-yard gain. Heavy pressure. He was covered up, but a great throw by Daniels and great concentration by Jenkins to haul it in. Tigers once again inside the Capital One red zone here, and a timeout taken with 55 seconds remaining here in the first half.
30 seconds.
So a timeout on the field. LSU knocking on the door, leading 10-0. We'll take a timeout. Come back in a moment on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
I'm Amanda Shaw. We all know Louisiana is as fun as all get out. So get out, take a road trip, and explore our state. Fill her up, then try a new restaurant that's as fun-loving as it is food-loving. Grab the family and take off for monumental adventures at our 21 state parks. Or take a magical minivan tour along our 19 scenic trails and byways. Louisiana's a trip. Take one today.
This is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser.
Were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda sauce. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original seasoning is Manda's strong side, but it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Bridgeway Hospice is the official hospice of LSU Athletics. Bridgeway Hospice would like to thank you, South Louisiana, for allowing them to care for your loved ones. Help them celebrate 10 years of local hospice care by asking your healthcare provider for Bridgeway Hospice. They come to you in-home, assisted living, or nursing facilities. Now with 3 locations to better care for your loved ones in the greater Baton Rouge, Acadiana, and Plaquemine areas. Bridgeway Hospice says go local and go Tigers.
Second quarter action, presented by Dudley DeBosier, continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
55 seconds remain before halftime here at Tiger Stadium, and LSU leading 10-0 over New Mexico in this non-conference tilt. Fan Super One Foods has super low prices on all your game day favorites. Up your grocery game and score big with Super One Foods. Jayden Daniels, by the way, 18 of 21 passing tonight. Great pass to Jare Jenkins to set up the Tigers' first down goal to goal at the New Mexico 6. 224 yards. That's a season high for Daniels so far on the season. Again, LSU getting it done through the air tonight. 285 total offense, 224 in the passing game. Tigers looking at the 13th play of this drive upcoming. They've snapped the ball 37 times to just 17 for the Lobos. Again, it'll be first down goal to goal at the New Mexico 6-yard line. Ball placed middle of the field. Tigers break from their huddle near side. Turner, Dellinger, Campbell, Jones, and Bradford line up across the offensive front. Mason Taylor, the tight end, left side of the formation. Jenkins and Neighbors wide to the left. Single back is Goodwin. Snap back to Daniels. Daniels going off the right edge, keeping the football. Cuts back to his left inside the 5, and is dropped around the 2-yard line. Again, that appeared to be a design run. He took a pretty tough shot. His helmet actually comes off. And a little jawing going down there between the Lobos, the LSU offensive line, and QB1. They eventually pulled Daniels out of the fray. So the Tigers looking at second down goal to go from the 2. Timeout taken by the Tigers here. And Gordy Rush, as I mentioned, Daniels' helmet came off.
Right.
So LSU, I believe now, didn't see the end of. Not sure if our official made note of that.
Well, I think calling the timeout, if I'm not mistaken,
it'll burn that.
Right, we're calling the timeout.
He can stay back in.
Right, I believe. What was humorous in that is Garrett Nussmeier ran on the field, and he wears a red half jersey. I'm trying to think of a mesh jersey over the top of his uniform to signal plays in, and he ran in and forgot he had it on. So they had to signal at him, hey, bring the red jersey back on. You can't play with that, and call timeout. So, yes, Nussmeier has the jersey back on, so Daniels will be able to come back in here and take the snap. You know, Doug, what jumped out at me was that was a designed quarterback run. A lot of times that's a zone read. I mean, the quarterback's going to read a defender because I thought the running back would have scored had he gave him the football.
Gordy, he has improved tremendously, I think, in all of his decision-making since the first game of this season. He's made good decisions on passing the ball this game. He's made good decisions on when to run it and how long to hold it before he decides to run it.
Second down, goal to go from the Lobos 2. Shotgun snap to Daniels. This time he'll give it off. Goodwin. Trying to bounce off defenders, trying to get to the goal line, but he may have been just held shy at the 1. In fact, the 1-inch line. He tried with second effort off the initial hit to spin his way into the end zone, unable to do so. It'll be third down, goal to go from the 1. LSU lines it up. Power set at the goal line. Handoff, Goodwin. This time, he'll find his way in. A Fighting Tiger touchdown, and Goodwin, his second score of the night, his 5th on the year. And LSU, with 23 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, extend the lead 16-0. That time, Goodwin squared his shoulders, lowered his helmet. Nobody was stopping him. In fact, maybe only one Lobo got a hand on him.
Well, had they not scored a touchdown on that drive, it would have been a real disappointment because actually the score was not very reflective at 10-0 of the difference between the two teams in this game. LSU has moved the ball well. They just had to move it a long way every time they got it.
Ramos with the point after. It is up and it is good. 17-0. LSU now leads with 23 seconds remaining before halftime. An impressive drive, 15 plays, 88 yards, 5 minutes and 44 seconds. Eventually Goodwin in for the score. Again, his 5th rushing touchdown of the season. And it's really good. Gordy, you talk about this running backs room. John Emery getting back up to speed, having some rust after not playing a year ago. Then you've got Goodwin. You've got Williams. They seem to be who this offensive staff trusts down deep in those type situations to just ram their way into the end zone.
Absolutely. And all the running backs, I'll tell you, this season in the red zone especially, have run with low pad levels and been very efficient down there in the end zone. I like the fact that they stuck with the run there. They went 4 tight ends. I had to go deep on the depth chart. I know LSU had 4 tight ends, but Storts came in, Mashburn came in, both with the Taylors, and made the offensive line earn it. And I think that's what Coach Kelly talked about after the Mississippi State game. To win in the SEC, you have to run the football. We need to set that mentality, and they did that on this drive.
Absolutely. Cole Taylor, Mason Taylor, Mashburn, and Nick Storrs in that big jumbo set, eventually allowing Goodwin to get in the end zone. Here's a kick down the field. Little Squibber going to get inside the 15, going to be picked up at the 5 by Washington. He'll come middle of the field, tripped up at the 20, and stopped there with 16 seconds remaining before halftime. A 16-yard return by Washington. So Coach Gonzales and company with 16 seconds to work with here. Probably all things considered, Doug, as you pointed out, LSU closing in on 300 yards total offense in the first half alone. New Mexico only 71 yards mustered so far. But Coach Gonzales probably goes into the locker room and says, hey, guys, we're on the road for the first time this year, playing at Tiger Stadium against the SEC, and we're only down 17-0.
And oh, by the way, we're real lucky it's only 17-0 because it should be more than that. Jack Bash, you forget his touchdown.
Handoff on first down. Give it off to Sherrod White. And he'll get to the 25 up the middle, stopped at about the 26. And that should be the final play of the first half of action. Both teams ready to head to the locker room. And coming up, we will crank up the Super One Foods Fighting Tiger halftime report. Before we do that, we will be sending it down on the field coming up. Gordy Rush will have a chance to talk with head coach Brian Kelly with our Capital One Bank coaches interview. Capital One, proud supporter of LSU athletics. Again, LSU up 17-0 at the break. Numbers overwhelmingly in favor of your Fighting Tigers. 291 yards total offense, 76 yards for the Lobos. And I guess what stands out, 18 of 21 passing Jayden Daniels, 224 yards through the air so far tonight. Armani Goodwin also with 2 rushing touchdowns, and Ramos with a field goal, the difference in this contest. Coming up during the Super One Foods halftime report, take a look around scores from college football, top 25 and the SEC, and another week of interesting scores around the country. Brian Haldane will have that for you. Then we'll take a look at the first half stats, scoring highlights, and get you ready for the second half of action between LSU and New Mexico. Coach Kelly finishing up his time on television. Gordy Rush patiently waiting in the wings to hear from our head football coach before he goes into the locker room, makes some adjustments, and tries to pick up the 3rd win of the season for his ball club. And let's go down to Gordy Rush.
Coach, dominating performance in the first half. You started quick on offensively. You have to be pleased with that.
Yeah, we're playing well. I mean, obviously, they do a good job keeping the points down. They play a soft zone. They keep it in front of you. We've been pretty deliberate. Obviously, down here, we missed a field goal. Had to settle for a field goal. We had a penalty. I don't know where it came from. 2 guys ran into each other. They called us for an offensive pass interference. We'll keep fighting. You know, we're dominating the first half, but we got to put points on. We got to score 7 down here instead of kicking field goals.
Thanks, Coach. Chris.
Thank you, Gordy. Thank you, Coach. We're at halftime here at Tiger Stadium. Your Tigers up 17-0 over New Mexico. Up next, Super One Foods halftime report coming your way. We'll be back for second half action After this, our score at the break. The LSU Fighting Tigers 17, the New Mexico Lobos 0 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
What's the best way to accomplish a common goal? Teamwork. When a team works together, they can do anything with the right leadership. That's why all of us at Janny King, the King of Clean, are excited for this season. At Janny King, our team has been working together for over 35 years, cleaning your offices, schools, buildings, churches, and even this campus and stadium. Let our team help your team. Go to JannyKingCleans.com and trust your clean to the king. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the King of Clean.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
With a plan from People's Health, you get the benefit of a complimentary health club membership. But that's not all. They now offer 65% more fitness centers with gyms you can visit nationwide while traveling, and the flexibility of joining multiple gyms to fit your lifestyle. There's even online programs to help you stay active in the comfort of your own home. To learn more about this expanded benefit, give People's Health a call, 1-855-821-2666, or visit peopleshealth.com.
Welcome to the Fighting Tiger Halftime Report, presented by Super One Foods on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Super One Foods has you covered on game day and every day with super low prices and curbside pickup. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods. With a quick look at scores from the Capital One Studios, here is Brian Haldane.
Back in the Capital One Studios for your Caesars Sportsbook scoreboard, presented for the people by Caesars. Number 1 Georgia Bulldogs, a 37-22 winner over the Golden Flashes of Kent State earlier today. Right now, number 2 Alabama Crimson Tide. There's 4:48 to go in the second quarter. The Tide's got a 21-3 lead over the Vanderbilt Commodores. Number 3 Ohio State was at Wisconsin. We will get you an update on that one in just a minute. Number 4 Michigan outlasted Maryland 34-27. Speaking of close games, Clemson needed overtime. Number 5 Clemson needed overtime to get past number 21 Wake Forest 51-45. Kansas State is at number 6 Oklahoma. Right now, Kansas State has a 14-7 lead at the end of the first quarter over the Oklahoma Sooners. Number 7 USC is going to be at Oregon State at 8:30 tonight. Number 8 Kentucky is hosting Northern Illinois. Excuse me one second. Number 8 Kentucky hosting Northern Illinois. 13:09 to go in the third. The Wildcats have a 21-14 lead over the Huskies. Number 10 Arkansas is at Texas A&M. They are at halftime right now, and number 10 Arkansas has a 14-13 lead over the Texas A&M Aggies. Number 11 Tennessee staves off the 20th ranked Florida Gators, 38-33 your final score there. UConn is at number 12 NC State. The Wolfpack having no problem. 40 seconds before the half there, NC State has a 31-0 lead over the UConn Huskies. Number 13, Utah going to take on Arizona State at 9:30 tonight. Number 14, Penn State moves to 4-0, topping Central Michigan 33-14. Tough beat for Washington State. In control for the first 3 quarters before the Ducks post up a 29-point fourth quarter to give number 15 Oregon a 44-41 win there. Number 16 Ole Miss was a 35-27 winner over Tulsa. Number 17 Baylor, a touchdown better than Iowa State at 31-24. Texas Tech tops number 22 Texas 37-34 in overtime, and tough beat for number 25 Miami. Middle Tennessee beats up on the U 45-31. That other top 25 score we wanted to give you was number 3 Ohio State. 6:19 to go in the second quarter, and the Buckeyes are up 28-7 over Wisconsin. In-state schools earlier today, Northwestern State top Lamar 35-27. Nichols Falls 52-21 at Jacksonville State. Bethune-Cookman beats Grambling 36-19. Right now, the Tulane Green Wave have a 17-10 third quarter lead over the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. UL Lafayette Raging Cajuns up 14-7 over UL Monroe. 12:58 to go in the second quarter there. The La Tech Bulldogs trailing South Alabama 17-7. They are at halftime. Mississippi College is trailing the McNeese Cowboys 11-7. That game has 9:54 to go in the second quarter. And a barn burner down the road at Strawberry Stadium. Lindsey Scott Jr. is 13 of 21. Former LSU Tiger Lindsey Scott Jr. 13 to 21 passing for Incarnate Word, as Incarnate Word is tied with Southeastern 21 to 21. We are going to take a break in just a minute, but first we got to pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves right here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Home of the New Orleans Saints and LSU Sports. 870 AM WWL New Orleans, 105.3 WWL FM and HD1 Kenner New Orleans. A radio.com sports station.
17, the New Mexico Lobos, nothing. Super One Foods halftime show continues next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now through October 31st, Delta Community Credit Union has great deals on home loans. Get $500 off closing costs for a home purchase or refinance. Take $1,000 off closing costs for a jumbo loan. Want to put your home equity to work? Delta Community is offering no closing fees for home equity loans or lines of credit. Visit deltacommunitycu.com/comehome to learn more. Borrower responsible for interest, taxes, and insurance payments. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 401141.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece. And let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Hey, Georgia, this is attorney Cheryl Kelly. Most people know that I'm one of Atlanta's premier injury attorneys, but what most people don't know is that insurance companies routinely undervalue the pain, suffering, and loss of life in our community. Hiring one of those huge law firms won't get our community the results that we deserve. You need an attorney who can tell your story because we care and because we live your story. You need a team that wins for our community and a lawyer with the knowledge and experience to get the most out of the insurance company. You need C. Kelly Law. So if you're injured by someone else, call 844-I-WIN-4GA to get the real help that you need. That number again is 844-I-WIN, the number 4GA, or visit our website at win4ga.com. That's win, the number 4ga.com. Contact our team as soon as you're injured to get the real help that you need.
This is WWL.
We continue on the Fighting Tiger Halftime Report. Presented by Super One Foods on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Halftime at Tiger Stadium, LSU leading New Mexico 17-0, and it's been kind of an unusual first half because LSU dominated in most respects the play on the field. They didn't dominate the score until the end of the first half, and then they had to give up a kick return for a touchdown by Jack Besh, which was the outstanding play of the game. It just didn't count because of the penalty. And so the Tigers should have had more points, but they finally scored right at the end of the first half to go ahead 17-0. That's where it stands at halftime. And let's take a look at the scoring plays. In the first quarter, at the 9:52 mark, LSU with a 22-yard, number 22 Goodwin with a 5-yard rush. Ramos with the kick, 8 plays, 57 yards on the drive. It consumed 2 minutes and 49 seconds. That gave LSU a 7-0 lead.
But LSU quickly lining it up. 10 minutes to go, first quarter. Snap to Daniels. Back to Goodwin. Goodwin goes to his right. Leans forward. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. Armani Goodwin. 4th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Tigers take an early lead, 6-0, with 9:52 remaining here in the first quarter.
And LSU with another drive in the first quarter at the time of 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Ramos with a 31-yard field goal to make the score 10-0 after a 31-yard field goal.
To come and wrap them up. So they're going to try to get at you quickly. Ramos going to try 31-yarder, near side hash. Kick is on its way towards the south end zone, and it's good. So the Tigers make it 10-0 with 2:20 2:23 remaining here in the first quarter.
And then the scoring was dormant for a while, but LSU towards the end of the second quarter with 23 seconds remaining, Goodwin with a 1-yard rush, Ramos with the extra point, 15 plays, an 88-yard drive, consuming 5 minutes and 44 seconds. LSU going ahead with the score 17-0 at halftime.
So it'll be third down, goal to go from the 1. LSU lines it up. Power set at the goal line. Handoff Goodwin. This time he'll find his way in. A Fighting Tiger touchdown, and Goodwin, his second score of the night, his 5th on the year. And LSU, with 23 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, extend the lead 16-0.
And that's where it stands at halftime. LSU leading 17-0 over the New Mexico Lobos. I'll be back with the team statistics and then individual stats after this break on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you drive the brand ranked #1 in dependability by J.D. Power, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Whether it's in the Kia Sportage with available all-wheel drive, the powerful K5 with available 290 horsepower, the Sporty Forte, or the dynamic and spacious Sorrento. Lease a new 2023 Sportage LX for $279 a month for 36 months with $34.99 due at signing for qualified lessees. Kia, movement that inspires.
Kia received the fewest reported problems among all brands in the J.D. Power 2022 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study based on 2019 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2022 details. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. New 2023 Sportage LX 2.5-liter GDI 8AT FWD 27,285 MSRP. MSRP includes destination handling and excludes taxes, title, license fees, options, and retailer charges. Actual prices set by dealer and may vary. Lease from Kia Finance and approved credit. Lessee is responsible for insurance, maintenance, repairs, 20 cents per mile, over 10,000 miles a year and excess wear. Subject to vehicle availability and dealer participation. Must take delivery by 10/31/22. Limited inventory availability. See dealer for available stock.
This is WWL.
Return with more on the Fighting Tiger Halftime Report. Presented by Super One Foods on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
17-0 LSU leading New Mexico at halftime. Let's take a look at the team statistics. First downs, New Mexico 2, LSU 13. In rushing yards, New Mexico 13 rushes for 33 yards, LSU 19 rushes for 67 yards. Passing, New Mexico 43 yards, LSU 224. Quite a disparity there. New Mexico 4 of 5 passing, no interceptions. LSU 18 of 21, no interceptions. Total offense, New Mexico 18 plays, 76 yards. LSU 40 plays, 291 yards. 4 punts for an average of 37.2 for New Mexico. LSU did not have to punt, and that tells you a lot about the domination in this game. Time of possession, 12 minutes, 12 seconds for New Mexico. LSU 17 and 32 seconds. 4 of 8 for LSU on third down conversions. 1 of 5 for New Mexico on third down conversions. So there you have the team statistics for the first half. I'll have the individual stats and the second half of tonight's game after this break on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU fans, your first bet with Caesars Sportsbook is on us, up to $1,250. Download the app using promo code LSUFull and then place your first bet. If you win, congrats. But if not, you'll get your wager back as a free bet. Open to new users in Louisiana who are 21 or older. Not available in prohibited parishes. Licensed through Horseshoe Bossier City and Harrah's New Orleans. If qualifying bet loses, bet amount returned is credit. Must use within 14 days. See Caesars.com/promos for full terms. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-770-STOP. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of LSU.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit solarsupplyluxair.com to learn about working with Luxair.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Check out Albertsons For You in our mobile app where you can shop for groceries and save weekly with digital coupons all in one place. With Albertsons for You, you can earn rewards points every time you shop and redeem them for free groceries. Brand new Albertsons for You members receive $5 off their next $25 purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or go to albertsons.com to sign up. Albertsons, fresh food, local flavors.
Are you tired of lugging your grill to every tailgate you attend? Do you want a more convenient portable option that is environmentally friendly? Look no further than Charbox. Charbox is the world's only green disposable grill box. Charbox is a ready-to-use grill box with uniquely formulated all-natural charcoal that can last 3 to 6 hours. It's easy to light, easy to use, easy to clean up, and recyclable. Get yours today at charbox.com. That's CHRBOX.com.
This has been the Fighting Tiger Halftime Report, presented by Super One Foods. Super One Foods has you covered on game day and every day, with super low prices and curbside pickup. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods. The second half is coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Both teams back on the field waiting for the beginning of the second half. About 2 minutes to go until the officials tell the teams to get out on the field and let's get it started. Let me give you the individual statistics. I already gave you the team stats for the first half for New Mexico, and they did not have much team rushing, so you imagine they're not going to have much individual rushing. Nate Jones, 3 rushes, 16 yards gained. Christian Washington, 2 rushes, 13 yards gained. Sherrod White, 2 for 7. And Jayden Hullaby, 1 for 4. Not a whole lot of yards there for LSU. Armani Goodwin, 8 for 24 yards. Jayden Daniels, 6 for 31. Josh Williams, 4 for 21. And John Emery, 1 for 4. In passing, Miles Kendrick, 4 of 5, no interceptions for 43 yards. Jayden Daniels, 18 of 21. A nice night passing for Daniels and nice receiving by his teammates. 224 yards in that first half. For New Mexico, Jayden Hullaby in receiving had 1 catch. All of these had 1 catch. Lord and Porter, 1 catch. Nate Jones, 1 catch. Luke Wysong, 1 catch. For LSU, Jack Bash, 4 receptions, 34 yards. Malik Neighbors, 3 for 25. Mason Taylor, 3 for 17. Joey Jenkins, 2 for 35. Jack Bash with 2 punt returns for 11 yards. He tackles Jarek Reed for New Mexico, 4, a total of 7. 4 unassisted, 3 assisted. Rico Hanna, 1 and 6, a total of 7. For LSU, Harold Perkins, 2 and 3, a total of 5. Greg Brooks, 0 and 3, a total of 3. So there you have the individual stats. New Mexico ready to kick it off. Remember, they won the toss and elected to receive, so LSU gets it to start the third quarter. Here to give you the play-by-play, the voice of the Tigers, Chris Blair.
Thank you, Doug. George Steinkamp will tee it up at the 35-yard line for the Lobos, and the kick going to be fielded far-sided about the 3-yard line by Chris Hilton. Hilton coming near side, steps through 1 defender at the 20, makes his way to the 25-yard line. As Hilton, we're told, will handle the kickoff duties tonight. Jack Bash handling the punt returns for LSU. And the Tigers will take over first down and 10 from their own 26-yard line, up 17-0 over New Mexico. Interesting listening to Coach Kelly talking to Gordy Rush going into the halftime locker room, Doug. He said, hey, look, this is a defense going to try to keep everything in front of you. They tackle extremely well. See if LSU tries to get behind the defense here in the opening drives to get some more separation. Daniels on first down, going to drop it off to Goodwin in the flat. And Armani tripped up, stopped at about the 30-yard line, and may have cramped up. It looked like when he planted his foot, he came down awkward. We'll give the tackle, of course, give credit where credit's due, A.J. Odoms, but I think Armani Goodwin may have tackled himself as he is a little gimpy after making that catch. Now he'll go down to a knee after picking up 5 yards. He'll be at the 29 as the training crew comes to look at him. Gordy Rush, don't know if you had a better vantage point with a Sunshine sideline report, but it looked like when he did the stutter step, raised his right leg, that there was a catch in his giddy up.
Yeah, and he's pulling right under his left leg around the hamstring area, right, when he hit it. So it was definitely an awkward fall. They're taking a look at him now. He's going to limp off, and hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Well, he's not limping right now as he comes off, but that doesn't tell you anything in regard to whatever the injury is. Sometimes you have those injuries that look bad when they first happen, and it turns out there's nothing to them. And sometimes you have just the opposite. They don't look bad, but when you start testing everything out, it's pretty bad. So let's hope that he is in good shape. He's walking off under his own weight, but he's got two people holding him off.
8 carries, 24 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns tonight for Goodwin. John Emery will take his place in the backfield. Emery going to get the carry, and Emery leapfrogs a defender at the 35, picks up the first down, makes his way to the 42-yard line on a gain of 11. So John Emery showing the ability to get airborne, picks up the first down for the Tigers, moving up near the 43-yard line of their own. One wide receiver out wide to the left in Thomas. Daniels on first down throws. It'll be Taylor making the catch at the Lobos 45. Dropped at the 42-yard line. Coming up, Donte Martin made the tackle quickly, but again, LSU moving down the field, a 16-yard gain and another first down for the Fighting Tigers. Neighbors in the slot. Taylor out wide to the right. They'll have Thomas in the slot. And John Emery out wide to the left side. Empty backfield for Daniels. Rolling to his right. Pump fakes and then will step out of bounds into the Lobos sideline at the 39-yard line on a gain of 2. Mentioned in the first half, Daniels relying in the passing game. Again, 20 of 23 passing tonight. Season high 246 yards. Not so quick to just tuck and run tonight. That time nowhere to go with it. And wisely, instead of putting his body in harm, steps out of bounds. It'll be second down and 8 now at the Lobo 39-yard line. Here's Emery, little spin move in the back, tries to spin back to his left. This time gets to the 38, maybe only about a yard or 2. Let's see. Got forward progress, not much there. 2-yard gain. As we'll see Josh Williams run out there in the backfield with Daniels. Again, LSU moving quickly tonight. 3rd down and 6. Daniels looking right, now throws back across the middle. I think he was looking for Besh at the 31. Taylor at the 25 had a chance to make the grab, but it's incomplete. And we'll set up 4th down and 6 again at the Lobo 37-yard line here. And right now, the LSU offense not moving, staying put on the field. Again, LSU 4 for 6 on 4th downs this season, and it looks like they're going to stick with the offense on 4th and 6 here early in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers right, trip receivers to the left, empty backfield for Daniels. 5-man rush, Daniels throws, and it's off the mark, incomplete to Neighbors at the 32. And a turnover on downs. The Lobos celebrate. They'll take back possession here with 12:39 to go in the 3rd quarter. So the Tigers lead 17-0. Opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter. Dies at the 37-yard line of the Lobos. New Mexico takes over when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now through October 31st, Delta Community Credit Union has great deals on home loans. Get $500 off closing costs for a home purchase or refinance. Take $1,000 off closing costs for a jumbo loan. Want to put your home equity to work? Delta Community is offering no closing fees for home equity loans or lines of credit. Visit deltacommunitycu.com/comehome to learn more. Borrower responsible for interest, taxes, and insurance payments. Insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 401141.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece. And let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See popeyes.com/offer-terms.
Hey, Georgia, this is attorney Cheryl Kelly. Most people know that I'm one of Atlanta's premier injury attorneys, but what most people don't know is that insurance companies routinely undervalue the pain, suffering, and loss of life in our community. Hiring one of those huge law firms won't get our community the results that we deserve. You need an attorney who can tell your story because we care and because we live your story. You need a team that wins for our community and a lawyer with the knowledge and experience to get the most out of the insurance company. You need C. Kelly Law. So if you're injured by someone else, call 844-I-WIN-4GA to get the real help that you need. That number again is 844-I-WIN-4GA, or visit our website at win4ga.com. That's win4ga.com. Contact our team as soon as you're injured to get the real help that you need.
This is WWL
Radio Network.
12:43 remains, third quarter action. LSU leading 17-0. The opening kickoff in the third quarter crosses the midfield line, but eventually LSU turned away on fourth down. New Mexico takes back over here. Again, defense for New Mexico has been very impressive. Offensively, not much to speak of tonight. Just 76 yards total offense. But they'll try at it again. First down and 10 at the 37-yard line of their own. Motion a receiver right to left. Looking to throw is Kendrick, far side. It's incomplete. Led the receiver towards the boundary at the 45-yard line of LSU. That was Washington out of the backfield. Incomplete, sets up second down and 10 from the 37. Fans H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. So for all of your rental needs, call 877-700-RENT or visit herentals.com today. Again, Doug, you mentioned at halftime, this is a midline option pistol formation offense that hasn't had much to show on the ground running the football. So they're trying to get the passing game going. Here's a quick pitch on the corner left side. Again, they'll go to Nate Jones. He'll get some running room before running out of bounds up across the 40. Perkins, again, showing what he can do running side to side defensively. Perkins, the freshman out of Cypress, Texas, with the tackle. But a 6-yard gain sets up third down and 4. And the Lobos 1 for 5 tonight in those situations. They came in again. Not too impressive, just 32% through their first 3 ball games on third down conversions. In fact, their defense, one of the tops in preventing third down conversions, but offense, not so much. Big one here for Coach Gonzales and company. Need 4 yards. Kendrick hands it off to the running back, gets to the 45. He will not make it. He's going to be 3 yards shy. That's Nate Jones. He's cut down immediately at the 45, and it will set up fourth down. And about 3 upcoming. Wingo and Roy combine up front defensively to make that stop. And we'll see Aaron Rodriguez again. Punted away to LSU. Jack Besh, sophomore receiver, stands down at about the 12-yard line. This will be the 5th punt of the night for Rodriguez. Averaging just over 37 yards a punt. His first punt just 25 yards in tonight's game. Snap is back. He will let it fly. This one forces Besh to backpedal, and it's over his head and bounces into the end zone. And a 55-yard punt will set up first down and 10 at the 20 for LSU. We get a timeout on the field. 11-11 to play, third quarter. Tigers with the football. They lead 17-0 over New Mexico. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
From Baton Rouge to Bastrop, Women's Hospital is bringing mammograms closer to home and closer to you. With our mobile mammography coaches traveling to 31 parishes throughout Louisiana, scheduling your annual mammogram is easier than ever before. Visit womans.org/mammogram or call 225-401-3849 today to request your appointment. That's 225-401-3849.
Hi, I'm Joseph, an employee at BASF in Louisiana. BASF has been creating chemistry that is essential to our economy and quality of life in Louisiana for over 60 years. And since 2009, we have invested more than $2 billion in new projects here. Career opportunities await engineers, process operators, safety specialists, and more. Visit basf.us/LA. BASF, we create chemistry.
Afraid of things that crawl in the night? Don't be spooked. Step inside and play Spooky Loot from the lottery. Win up to $13,000 for frightening scenes. Pick up Spooky Loot for a chilling experience. Win up to $13,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Is keeping up with rental payments and maintenance issues making you run in circles? Check out GoProperty.com for all of your real estate management software needs. Keep all of your property payments, needs, and maintenance issues in one place to save you time and money. And with all that extra time, you will have more time for Tigers. Check out GoProperty.com, spelled the Louisiana way, for more information.
Third quarter action continues. Presented by H&E Equipment Services on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
11-11 remaining in the third period. LSU leads New Mexico 17-0. Gordy Rush with a Sunshine Sideline report. Guys, not great news, not bad news, yet really a little bit of unknown for Armani Goodwin, who just left the tent, went into the locker room, apparently strained his knee. They're going to go take a look at it, but he is done for the night at running back for LSU.
Tough break for tonight, hopefully not for the future. Thank you, Gordy, for that update. 11-11 to go. First down and 10 for the Tigers. And they'll give it off to Malik Neighbors, trying to spread it right side. He'll turn it upfield at the 20, across the 25, get up near the 27-yard line. So a nice 7-yard gain, utilizing the receivers into the run game, if you will. Sets up second down and 3s. LSU again leading 17-0 here over New Mexico. Tight formation. Daniels on second down flips it out on the screen to Jenkins, and Jenkins just fights his way through a couple of defenders across the 30, picks up 6 yards, and will have the first down for LSU. And Doug, that's just physical play from your wide receiver. They had defenders in the vicinity, and he just busted right through them.
Well, he's become a big playmaker. He makes the most out of whatever chance he gets. And whether it's catching a tough pass or doing something with the reception after he makes the catch.
Taylor, the tight end, left of the formation. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, short side of the field. Daniels, 3 steps, now rolls to his right. Pressure forces him out, throws on the run. Neighbors has it, bobbled it momentarily, holds on at the 45, gets up near midfield before being stopped there at the 49-yard line of the Tigers. It's another first down and 10 for LSU on a gain of 16 yards. Love the play of Daniels rolling out and finding Malik Neighbors for the big play. 5th catch of the night for Neighbors. First down and 10. Ball on the far side hash. LSU attacking right to left on your dial. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Give it off to Jones. Jones trying to find some daylight. Steps in, or rather Emery, I should say. John Emery steps into Lobo territory at about the 48-yard line. So a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. Under 9.5 to go. Josh Williams checks in for John Emery at running back. LSU again moving quickly, waiting on the snap as Daniels. Trip receivers left side of the field. Snap to Daniels, flips it out Besh near side. Besh needs some blocks, didn't get it, and he'll get to the 45 before being stopped there. Again, the Lobos do a great job getting hash to the football, Doug. Besh needed a little better block to give him some more yardage. But again, give credit where credit's due.
They have great team pursuit there. Not only is the first guy, but the second, third, fourth, fifth defender getting to the ball carrier after receptions are made or after the ball carrier gets to the outside on the run.
LSU 4 for 8 on third downs tonight, looking at third down and 3. Trip receivers right. Daniel sprinting to his right, looking downfield. Now stops and will be grabbed and slung down at the 45-yard line. No gain on the play, maybe lost a yard. Looks like they'll spot him at the 45, and it will set up fourth down and 4.
Well, a little while ago in this similar situation, they went for it on fourth down. Let's see if they're going to punt this one or go for it again on fourth. They didn't make it last time. Maybe they think they can make it this time.
It's fourth down and 4. They're 1 for 2 tonight on fourth downs. Make them 4 for 7 on the season. Mason Taylor motions the tight end left to right. Here's the snap to Daniels. Under a lot of duress, Daniels stiff arms a man at the 45. Coming near side, they grab him by the jersey. He's got the first down inside the 35. Down to the 29-yard line of the Lobos, a gain of 16 yards. Jayden Daniels had pressure in his face at the snap. Stepped up and saw the daylight to his left. Able to improvise and pick up the first down. That's the type of thing Coach Kelly loves to see. Wasn't necessarily what they designed, but when you can rely on your quarterback, you make it happen. Daniels was slow to get up. Now they'll bring in Garrett Nussmeier here on first down and 10 at the 29-yard line. So LSU going to the backup quarterback. Noah Kane checks in for the first time tonight at running back. First down and 10 from the 29. Nussmeier slings it out to Besh. Besh again looking for blockers. Gets by one defender down to the 25, just shy of the 24-yard line. On the quick hitter on a gain of 5 yards.
Nussmeier had to come in because Daniels, when he was tackled on the previous play, he got flung down and he hit the back of his helmet on the ground. And I know that he was seeing scars when it happened. You could tell when he got up off the ground, he was seeing stars.
So now Nuss managing this offense here. Second down, 5 at the 24-yard line of the Lobos. He'll stick with Noah Kane at the running back. LSU looks a little confused. Nussmeier holding out his hands, looking to the near sideline. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to have to burn a timeout. So a little miscommunication there, and they'll burn the timeout to keep it second down and 5 for LSU. Timeout on the field. 6:22 remain third quarter. LSU has Garrett Nussmeier in there at quarterback. We'll get an update from Gordy Rush on QB1 Jayden Daniels when we come back. LSU up 17-0 over New Mexico here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Louisianians are strong and resilient, but that doesn't mean we don't get tired. If you need help, try Blue Care, Blue Cross's telehealth service, for online visits with doctors and counselors. Just download the app at bcbsla.com/bluecare. One word, and get access to care 24/7. We'll make it through the tough times. We always do. And Blue Cross will be here to support you.
Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
Hey y'all, I'm Amanda Shaw. We all know Louisiana is as fun as all get out. So get out, take a road trip, and explore our state. Fill her up, then try a new restaurant that's as fun-loving as it is food-loving. Grab the family and take off for monumental adventures at our 21 state parks, or take a magical minivan tour along our 19 scenic trails and byways. Louisiana's a trip. Take one today.
This is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. Plan your road trip at LouisianaIsATrip.com.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Third quarter action continues. Presented by H&E Equipment Services on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
All right, 17-0 LSU over New Mexico in the third quarter, 6:22 remaining from Tigers Stadium. Gordy Rush with a sunshine sideline report. And guys, the busy Our Lady of the Lake Health Brock injury tent as two Tigers were in there. Brian Thomas, he has emerged, looks to be okay. Jayden Daniels, the LSU quarterback, still in the tent. And what I can tell you, they were looking at his lower back right above his tailbone. I'm guessing that's where he fell. Nothing too serious serious, but enough to take him in the tent and probably put some heat on there and try and loosen up a little bit. But I think it's going to be Garrett Nussmeier finishing this drive for the Tigers.
Thank you, Gordy. 2nd down and 5 at the Lobo 24. That's where the Tigers are currently. Nussmeier in the shotgun. Noah Kane on a sidecar to his left. 3 receivers to his left. Nussmeier fires it out on the screen to Neighbors. Neighbors has a caravan, slips through at the 15, gets inside the 10 before being dropped down at the 7-yard line, picks up the first down. First down, goal to go for the Fighting Tigers at the Lobo 7 on a 17-yard gain. Gets the Tigers once again inside the Capital One red zone. Nussmeier lines up the troops quickly, sends out 2 receivers and Neighbors and Jenkins to the right side. They'll go double tights here with Cole and Mason Taylor to the right side of the formation. Snap, handoff, Kane. Kane right up the middle, inside the 5, trying to push the pile. Still fighting. Down around the 1 and waiting for an indication. They'll say he is just down shy of the goal line. So it'll be 2nd down, goal to go from inside the Lobo 1. LSU again, waiting for them to place the football for play. Nussmeier in the shotgun, takes the snap, back to Kane. Kane leaning forward. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. Noah Kane with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And LSU extends the lead 23-0. So there was a penalty after the fact, declined. It will be a touchdown. LSU with a chance to add one more. Damian Ramos will have the honors. Tigers line it up. Slade Roy ready to snap it back. Snap is there. Placement by Bramblett is down. Ramos with the kick, and it is good. 24-0 LSU now over New Mexico. And Doug Morrow, real quickly, you have your quarterback, Jayden Daniels, have a great play, converting a 3rd down. Gets hurt, comes out. Garrett Nussmeier steps in. The good news is LSU didn't seem to miss a beat. Drive right down the field, punching in for the score. A much-needed touchdown in this game.
And that's the good thing, is the much-needed touchdown. But the bad thing is the uncertainty of what happened to make the other quarterback, who was having a great game, come out. You know, it's the problem when you have a quarterback, that particularly one who's not a big, strong, bullish guy, but one who's kind of a will-o'-the-wisp, as Jayden Daniels is. He's nice height, and he weighs a couple 100 pounds, but compared to the guys that are tagging you on a game like this, you can get hurt pretty easily, and I hope that did not happen to him, because that would be a serious loss for LSU.
Doug, I can tell you must have read some books in your day. That's a very nice line.
Hey, Chris, good news down here. The 10's down, and so Jayden Daniels is out. Walked on his own down there to the quarterback area and actually stood up there on the sideline next to the offensive personnel group during that last touchdown play. I think if he needs to re-enter, he should. And I'm a little bit more concerned. Brian Thomas Jr. still sitting down there on the bench. They're taking a look at him, some lower leg injury, nothing serious. But I'll keep an eye on Thomas and Daniels. And with the game in hand, 24-0 in New Mexico, struggling on offense, you wonder if this is Nussmeier's game to finish out.
Unfortunately, the Tigers kick it out of bounds for the 2nd time this season on the ensuing kickoff. New Mexico will be happy to take some free yardage here with 5:27 remaining. And LSU up 24-0. Fans, lower your utility bills with an efficient, reliable Train air conditioning system. Visit trainsouth.com to find a local dealer. Get a free estimate on a system that will fit your needs and your budget. Begin saving now, because it's hard to stop a train. So now the Tiger defense back out there. They've held the Lobos in check tonight. Just 84 yards total offense so far. Out of that pistol formation, they'll hand it off. It'll be Sherrod White. He's tripped up, falls forward to about the 37-yard line. A gain of only 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Chris, just an update. I'll tell you, Garrett Nussmeier is sitting next to Jayden Daniels. He has a headset on, obviously talking to either Joe Sloan or coaching staff up there. So that being said, I would assume Nussmeier is going to finish out this game, again, with LSU well in hand, 24-0.
2nd down and 8 for the Lobos. Miles Kendrick
Looking to the far sideline, now calls for the snap, and he has it. Here comes pressure. He steps away from it, now moving to his left, looking to run, looking around left to right to see who's coming, and then he's going to be bowled over at about the 34-yard line by Greg Brooks Jr., who just smashed him back about 4 yards. Allie Gay came in at the snap, threw whatever they had planned out of whack, and Kendrick just running for his life. And again, Greg Brooks headhunting there. They knock him back for a 4-yard loss.
I guess that can happen to their quarterback too.
It'll be 3rd down and 11. The Lobos behind the chains here. Send 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Kendrick with a single back and a wing to his left side will get the snap belt high. Looks left. Here comes pressure. Pocket getting tight. He'll be sacked back at the 26-yard line. Ollie Gay comes up, picks up the sack. His first of the year. That sack brought to you by Train. It's hard to stop the Tigers, and it's hard to stop a train. Ollie Gay was trying to get to him last time. Unable to do so, but for good measure, he came back with reckless abandon. Sacks the Lobo quarterback, and it'll be 4th down and a cab ride, and they'll send out Aaron Rodriguez to punt for the 6th time tonight. Besh stands at the 30-yard line for LSU. Had 176-yard punt return for a touchdown called back on a questionable blindside block. Here's the punt. Fair catch called for. Besh has it at the 26-yard line. And LSU will take over here with 3:11 remaining in the 3rd quarter after a 46-yard punt, just a yard shy of Rodriguez's average coming in to tonight's game. This Lobos defense tonight, credit LSU. They've been 4 of 9 on 3rd down conversions. They held opponents 7 of 39 through the first 3 games for just 18%. And that's one of the things this coaching staff talked about, was keeping drives alive. LSU's done an excellent job of that thus far. And again, as they come out 1st down and 10 at their own 26, it'll be Garrett Nussmeier out of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Lines up LSU. Neighbors wide to the right. John Emery, the running back. Snap is back. Emery gets the carry and up the middle. Crosses the 26, the original line of scrimmage, just shy of the 28, maybe a 2-yard gain.
Chris, just for some clarity, Jayden Daniels is standing again up by the offensive group, helmet in hand. So he is here, but again, no sense in risking to put him back out there. As Malik Neighbors now is actually signaled to come off, and he is holding his left shoulder in a little bit of pain. So they'll take a look at him here. So that's now Thomas and Neighbors in the receiving corps that are out of the game for LSU.
John Emery had his helmet come off, so they'll send in Noah Kane here on 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Nussmeier looking to throw. Fires it out far side. Catch made at the 36-yard line. Kyron Lacey bounces off defenders, slips out of a tackle across the 40 and up to the 44-yard line for Lacey. Nice catch and nice yards after the catch for the junior out of Thibodeau. 19-yard gain, a 1st down for LSU. 1st and 10, now at the 44-yard line of their own. Stack 2 receivers to the near side in Besh and Hilton. Carry going to be off to Kane, who finds something between left tackle up near midfield. Gets to the Lobo 49 on a gain of 6. So it'll be 2nd down and 4 for LSU.
A little clarity on Neighbors. They're looking at his left shoulder, probably a little bit of a stinger. They're going to take him down to the tent, as it's now Hilton, Besh, and Lacey in a receiver for the Tigers.
2nd down and 3. Now playing on the Lobo side of the field at the New Mexico 49-yard line. Snap back to Nussmeier. Again off to Kane. Kane with a little bit of a hole. Breaks a tackle at the 41. Down the middle of the field. Runs into traffic at the 15. Breaks away at the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. 49-yard run for Noah Kane. Just would not go down. The Lobos a couple of opportunities to make the tackle. And Noah Kane said, not tonight, not right now. Well, and the Tigers extend the lead 30-0.
He created that almost all by himself. He hit a pile of people and he ran through, and another pile and he ran through, and finally another high pile that he ran through for the score.
Ramos back out there trying to put one more on the scoreboard.
Placement down. Ramos swings the leg, and it is through the uprights. 31-0. LSU leads. 1:45 to go. Third quarter action here from Tiger Stadium. Again, Noah Kane. Didn't see a lot of Noah last week. Get the opportunity here tonight. Adds to his touchdown total on the season. In fact, his second touchdown of the evening, fourth of the year. And now leads the Tigers. 4 carries, 63 yards. Not bad, Doug. About 16 yards per carry for Noah Kane.
He was impressive in the way that he did it, too, Chris, because he was hitting people 2 at a time. They were hitting him from one side and the other at the same time, and he just split all the tackles, and he did that about 3 different times on that run. It was impressive.
4 plays, 74 yards, 1:26 off the clock for LSU to make it a 31-0 ball game on a 49-yard run from Noah Kane. And things starting to turn south for New Mexico. LSU has snapped the ball 62 times, just 24 times tonight for the Lobos, equaling 482 yards total offense. New Mexico 76 yards. Time of possession, no surprise, 27 minutes for LSU, 16 minutes for New Mexico. The ensuing kickoff coming, and about 4 yards deep into the end zone. There'll be no return. It will be a touchback. And New Mexico starts first down and 10 at their own 25. Nathan Dybert in there with some kickoff duties. It's the touchback with 1:45 to go in this one. Fans Toyota's national sales event is on. Enjoy every last second of summer and an exciting new Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer and check out the Ready for Anything Toyota Tundra. How Tigers go tailgate. Toyota, proud partner of LSU Athletics. Coach Kelly said it before going into the halftime locker room. Some missed opportunities, self-inflicted wounds at times in the first half. But overall, LSU doing exactly what was expected here tonight. And before they can get the first down snap, whistle and flags fly everywhere.
That's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
J.C. Davis got a little jumpy out there at left tackle, the sophomore out of Oakland, California. Just the second penalty tonight for New Mexico. You're looking for those little victories, Doug. I'm sure Coach Gonzales happy to see his team playing clean so far. But it will back them up. 1st and 15. Back to the 20-yard line.
And it was a little victory, wasn't it? A very little one.
Twin backs in the pistol formation. They'll motion one at the snap. They'll hand it off, and it will be the big running back, Jayden Hullaby, going forward, getting 4 of those 5 penalty yards back to the 24-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Mike Jones, the linebacker for LSU, in there to make the tackle.
2nd down, 11, 24.
Lobos in no hurry here. Break from the huddle. They'll send a receiver out wide to the left. 1 wide out to the right side. Again, twin backs in that pistol formation. Slot receiver to the right side. Motion the slot right to left, and the snap out of the hands of Kendrick. He will go to his left, just fall on it back around the 17. So a miscue, and the snap procedure will back up New Mexico once again. And they will be looking at 3rd and forever. Seven-yard loss on the bad snap. Puts them back inside their own 17-yard line. Looking at 3rd down and 18 here. The Lobos tonight 1 for 7 on 3rd down conversions. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 lone receiver to the left, short side of the field. Single back with Kendrick, and single back will get the carry. Not much doing for Nate Jones. He's wrapped up and brought down at about the 21-yard line after a gain of 4. And that should be the final play of the 3rd quarter, as the Lobos again will bring out the punt unit. And the 3rd quarter comes to an end here at Tiger Stadium. We played 3 on this Saturday night in Death Valley. And right now, your LSU Fighting Tigers lead 31-0 over the Lobos of New Mexico. 4th and final quarter coming your way next here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you're a fan, you wear your team's jersey on your back and your heart on your sleeve. After a win, your world glistens. Lose, and the hurt permeates your soul. you'll always have a place with us in the Cox Fan Zone, where everyone can play and connect with other fans in a big group hug. See, in the Fan Zone, you're not some crazy fan. You're home.
Hey, Tiger fans, say Fan Zone into your Cox voice remote to play. Not at home? Visit cox.com/fanzone and go Tigers. Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
With a plan from People's Health, you get the benefit of a complimentary health club membership. But that's not all. They now offer 65% more fitness centers with gyms you can visit nationwide while traveling, and the flexibility of joining multiple gyms to fit your lifestyle. There's even online programs to help you stay active in the comfort of your own home. To learn more about this expanded benefit, give People's Health a call, 1-855-821-2666, or visit peopleshealth.com.
Hey, Tiger fans, G.W. Oliver Pool Construction exists at the intersection of creativity and craftsmanship to deliver an excellent experience. Born in Baton Rouge, their brand has expanded to be a leader in commercial and residential pools throughout the entire Gulf Coast. So no matter where the project, G.W. Oliver's mission is to turn your dream into a reality. Find out more at gwoliver.com.
Fourth quarter action continues. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Final 15 minutes up on the board here as we start fourth quarter action from Tiger Stadium, and LSU leading New Mexico in this non-conference matchup 31-0. Take a look at the third quarter stats. Talk about domination. Presented by Hancock Whitney, official bank of LSU Athletics. Tigers 98 yards on the ground, 93 through the air for a total of 191 yards in that third quarter. New Mexico, 1 yard on the ground, no yards through the air. 1 yard of offense in the third quarter against this LSU defense. Mexico set to punt it away here as we get ready for fourth quarter action. It'll be 4th and 14. Aaron Rodriguez standing back at the 6-yard line of his own. Jack Besh back at the 38-yard line. The story tonight, defense has been very good. LSU offensively, Doug, has moved at a very quick pace. They've made some mistakes. And I guess the biggest headline right now is we'll check on Jayden Daniels. I'm sure Coach Kelly will talk about it in the post-game presser, but he was injured, had to come out. Garrett Nussmeier came in, led the Tigers in for a couple of touchdowns at quarterback, but well, everybody will want to know the status of Jayden Daniels. And again, we'll go down to Gordy Rush in just a bit. He'll give you a full injury report. The Tigers have a few that have had to leave action during different points of tonight's game. This will be the 7th punt of the night for Rodriguez. Again, standing at the 6, he'll let it fly after taking the snap from the 9-yard line. Besh coming up and fields it at about the 38. Near side hash, spins away from one man, tries to get loose and gets to the 50-yard line. And that's where LSU will take over with half a field to work with. First down and 10. There is a flag down at the 38 on the Lobos side. We'll see what our referee Ted Pitts informs us in just a moment. Again, it is on the Lobos side of the field.
Holding, receiving team, number 25. That's a 10-yard penalty. It will be enforced from the end of the kick. First down.
So the Tigers pick up the penalty.
Tigers penalized 10 yards for holding.
I believe that is Greg Clayton is the guilty party there. Just the 4th penalty of the night for LSU. But 2 of those 4 coming in punt situations. So again, they've handled the punts, they've handled the kickoffs, but Coach Kelly, he's a detail-oriented guy, Doug, and he's going to talk about still not quite perfect in the special teams game. So after the infraction, backs him up from midfield to the 27-yard line of their own. Ball middle of the field is Nussmeier. Stands back in the shotgun. John Emery on a wing to his left. Here's the snap.
Nuss stands in the pocket. He's going to unload down the field, looking for a man in Neighbors, and it's just out of reach at the 26-yard line near side. Neighbors had to step, got behind the defense, but just out of his fingertips. It'll be second down and 10 from the 27.
Chris, let me hop in with an injury report. The good news is everybody that's been injured, including Daniels, eligible to come back in the game. The only one, probably Armani Goodwin, and I'll come back with more of that after this play.
Second down and 10 for the Tigers. Here's the snap. Nussmeier floating to his left, gives it off to Lacey. Lacey avoids a tackle at the 30 up to the 35. Stopped at the 36-yard line in front of the Lobos bench. He'll be about a yard shy of a first down on an 8-yard gain. Maybe just shy of 9 yards. Going to be third and very short here for the Tigers. A little more than a yard to get to keep this drive alive. Clock moving, 14-14 remaining in this contest.
Chris, obviously Neighbors is back in the game. Thomas could come back. It's a shoulder. Daniels, as I mentioned, lower back, tailbone, precautionary at this point. Goodwin was a knee strain or hamstring. They'll take a look at it. Nothing serious, but no need to bring him back in the game. He's not going to come back.
Emery gets the handoff, picks up the first down, barrels his way across the 40 up to the 42-yard line. Emery with a hard run there. Leaped over a defender at the line of scrimmage. Picks up the first down for the Tigers.
And if they could keep feeding John Emery right now, give him a chance to get in the flow of the game, give him a chance to score a touchdown. Well, that would really brighten up his day, wouldn't it?
We see Brian Thomas out wide to the right. Kyron Lacey in the slot, double tight set. Nussmeier throws. Catch to Thomas, gets away from his defender near side at the 45, the 35, the 30. 25, 20, Katie bar the door. Touchdown, Fighting Tigers. Brian Thomas on a 57-yard reception extends the lead. 37-0, Fighting Tigers. Great job by Kyron Lacey as well. Down the field, helping block for his colleague in the receiver room. And Brian Thomas Jr. with his second touchdown of the season. A big one there. Nussmeier delivers the passing touchdown. And LSU continues to build this lead late in this contest.
Great execution by a number of people on the play, but the pass receiver was the key guy to it. He's the one that set up all the blocks and then used his great speed to get into the end zone.
Placement down, kick by Ramos on its way, and it is good. 38-0. LSU stretching its legs here on a Saturday night in Death Valley. Timeout on the field. We will return. 13-14 remains. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now through October 31st, Delta Community Credit Union has great deals on home loans. Get $500 off closing costs for a home purchase or refinance. Take $1,000 off closing costs for a jumbo loan. Want to put your home equity to work? Delta Community is offering no closing fees for home equity loans or lines of credit. Visit deltaCommunityCU.com/comehome to learn more. Borrower responsible for interest, taxes, and insurance payments. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 401141.
Popeyes has been serving chicken for 50 years. And to celebrate, we're giving 5 pieces of our signature chicken for just $6.99. I mean, 12-hour marination every day, hand battering and breading every day. Of course, it's going to be juicy, crispy, and delicious. We put some time and love into this piece, and let me tell you, y'all gotta try it. It's 50 years of love, all cooked into 5 pieces for just $6.99. Get it while you can. Participating U.S. restaurants. Tax extra terms apply. See Popeyes.com/offer-terms.
When you drive the brand ranked #1 in dependability by J.D. Power, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Whether it's in the Kia Sportage with available all-wheel drive, the powerful K5 with available 290 horsepower, the Sporty Forte, or the dynamic and spacious Sorrento. Lease the new 2023 Sportage LX for $279 a month for 36 months with $34.99 due at signing for qualified lessees. Kia, movement that inspires.
Kia received the fewest reported problems among all brands in the J.D. Power 2022 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study based on 2019 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2022 details. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. New 2023 Sportage LX 2.5-liter GDI 8AT FWD 27,285 MSRP. MSRP includes destination handling and excludes taxes, title, license fees, options, and retailer charges. Actual prices set by dealer and may vary. Lease from Kia Finance and approved credit. Lessee is responsible for insurance, maintenance, repairs, 20 cents per mile over 10,000 miles a year in excess wear. Subject to vehicle availability and dealer participation. Must take delivery by 10/31/22. Limited inventory availability. See dealer for available stock.
This is WWL.
Corner action continues. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Listen up, Tiger fans. Introducing the greatest hits from the lottery. Play Hit 50 and win up to $1,000. Visit any lottery retailer. Pick up the Hit 50 today for your chance to win. Must be at least 21 to purchase. LSU up 38-0 over New Mexico in this first ever meeting between the Lobos and Tigers. And Gordy Rush, go back a couple of weeks in the debut for Garrett Nussmeier. 2 interceptions in that contest against Southern. And Coach Brian Kelly said, hey, we were up big. He was out there trying to make a play, maybe pressing a little much with that opportunity. Just let the game come to you, and Garrett Nussmeier is going to be fine. Excellent job tonight for Nussmeier. And, again, just a great throw, great play by Thomas. And right now, Nussmeier, a passing touchdown. He's led 3 scoring drives for LSU.
Absolutely. And, I mean, it's huge for LSU to get Nussmeier some work tonight and for him to reestablish that confidence he may have lost a little bit in the Southern game, because this is, as we know, the last non-conference game before you get into a nice stretch of SEC football. Might be the last chance he gets a chance to come in and play mop-up to get him back ready in case something happens to Daniels, and at least in a good frame of mind. Huge tonight for LSU.
Kickoff into the end zone. Washington took a knee. It'll be a touchback, first down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Last week, my son Crafton got to come up here, work with us in the booth, try his hand at spotting. Tonight, guys, he is working concessions with his baseball teammates, so he's really working tonight. Something tells me he'd love to get back in the booth next time we come back to Tiger Stadium. On first down and 10, little toss, a little jet sweep coming near side. A little bit of room up near the 30, but a nice closing tackle that time by LaTerrence Welch, bringing down the ball carrier in Porter after a modest gain on the play. Again, Welch, part of that cornerback room. A little change tonight, as we told you. Bernard Converse having to fill in at the safety spot. So it's been Garner, Richardson, Seven Banks, and then you see LaTerrence Welch there. LSU tonight, 23 first downs. New Mexico has had 2 in this contest. On second down, they'll keep it on the ground up the middle. Nate Jones trying to fight for yardage up to about the 33. Still shy of the first down, but it will make it third and manageable as New Mexico tonight 1 for 8 on third down conversions.
Chris, whole new defensive line for LSU. Quincy Wiggins, the big note there, the defensive end out of Madison Prep. That's big news. If you remember, he was out for the opener against Florida State. He was on actually one of those little carts in a boot. So he's back here tonight along with some new guys. We'll get to them in just 1 second.
Third down and 2 for the Lobos. Kendrick now motions the receiver right to left. Kendrick going to keep, pitch it out. And nothing doing. LSU doing a great job staying within their keys. Wes Weeks brings down the ball carrier, Luke Wysong, who again has been really the producer in this Lobos offense through their first 3 games. The sophomore had 5 starts a year ago, came into the game with 12 catches, 104 yards, 13 carries, 50 yards, rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown, but he has been very quiet tonight. We've only mentioned his name a handful of times. So it'll be 4th down and 3. Rodriguez will be back to punt it away. We'll see Greg Clayton Jr. now back deep for LSU at the 23-yard line. Rodriguez lets it go from the 21-yard line. High spiraling punt. Clayton fields it at the 21, and he's grabbed around the ankles. Flag comes flying out as he's dropped at about the 18-yard line. Again, there was a mass of humanity down there. We'll see what the infraction's about from our field judge, who threw the flag. Nice arm, about 25 yards on that flag throw.
Looked like it came from about 3 rows up in the stands.
Holding, number 27, receiving team. That's a 10-yard penalty, being first from the end of the kick, first down.
So the Lobos, again, they've done a good job not making mistakes, but a penalty there, their third of the night. We got 10:57 remaining in this one. LSU in the driver's seat, up 38-0 over New Mexico. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, everybody, let's have some fun. The time is right, the party's just begun. Have a good time to roll.
Ford F-Series has been keeping the good times rolling as the best-selling truck in America 44 years straight. And with the smartest F-150 and most capable Super Duty ever built, this dynasty will keep right on rolling. Drive the new 2021 F-150 at your Southern Quality Ford dealer, proud partner of the LSU Tigers. Based on 1977 through 2020 calendar year sales.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of LSU Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Planning a wedding, corporate, or fundraising event, sporting event, or private party, Party Central has top quality distinctive rentals that ensure your event will be a success. Party Central is a full-service event rental company that creates memorable and inspiring events throughout Louisiana for over 20 years. They are the experts you need to guarantee your event is a success. At Party Central, it's all in the details. Visit their website at partycentralweb.com and start planning your next event today.
Fourth quarter action continues. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
38-0 LSU leads over New Mexico. 10:57 remaining here in the fourth quarter. All of us here at LSU would like to send condolences to Donald Don Bruce, who passed away back on September 20th. He was a Kansas native, but a longtime Baton Rouge resident. 94 years of age. Spent 27 years on the faculty here at LSU at the College of Art and Design. Scores of students described as a true mid-century Renaissance man. And Mr. Bruce, responsible for the design of the Eye of the Tiger logo for the LSU Athletic Department. It is one of the most recognized logos in all of sports. And again, our condolences to Professor Bruce and his family. First down and 10. LSU has Garrett Nussmeier lined up in the pistol formation with Kane behind him in the backfield. Jenkins wide to the right. Lacey now motions from right to left. Little high snap. Nussmeier handles, gives it off to Kane, and Kane, not much room to run, gets up just shy of the 13-yard line, maybe a gain of 2 on the play. It'll be second down and 8 for the Fighting Tigers, rolling under 11 minutes remaining. Checking the Caesar Sportsbook scoreboard in Jerry World. Tight one, Texas A&M holding an edge, 23-21. Just under 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter in that battle, the Razorbacks and the Aggies. Kane again in the backfield with Nussmeier, 3 wide to the left side. Snap back. Nussmeier, quick throw, a long way to get it to Jenkins. Got it near side, or rather far side at the 15, but again, finding the football quickly. A team of Lobos come over and stop him after forward progress to just beyond the 15 and a gain of 2. Next week, LSU back into SEC play, as Gordy mentioned, really start the teeth of the SEC schedule. They'll travel to the Plains, take on Auburn with a 6 o'clock kickoff at Jordan-Hare. New Mexico heads to Sin City. They'll take on UNLV in Vegas. Tigers 5 for 10 on third down tonight. Looking at third down and 4. Nussmeier looking to throw, this time on the slant. Get it to Jenkins at the 25. He's up to the 28-yard line. He has the first down and then some. Move the chains for the Fighting Tigers. 13-yard gain. We roll under 9.5 to play.
13 yards and a first down, 29-yard line.
Martinez now at center, snaps the football to Nussmeier. Again, Garrett fires it out. Lacey has it. A lot of Lobos around the football. He can't get away. He stopped at the 33. A quick hitter. Going to pick up about 4 yards. Sets up second down and 6.
You got to give some credit to New Mexico. Boy, they really go after the ball after the reception is made out there. I mean, a lot of them, 2, 3, 4 guys in on the tackle, but LSU continues to throw strikes, and receptions are made with good hands by receivers.
A little difficult snap, but Nussmeier handles it. Sprint out to the near side, throws it up near the 44-yard line. The catch is grabbed by Chris Hilton coming back for it. They'll mark him at the 44-yard line. It's enough for a first down. You know, they tell me that Lobos hunt in packs, and that's one of the things that is a trademark of this Rocky Long defense tonight. It's not normally one man making the tackle for New Mexico. It's normally a team of Lobos. Approaching 8 minutes remaining in the game. First down and 10 now for the Tigers. Approaching midfield. Ball at the 44-yard line of their own. Again, Martinez with his nose over the football. A little high snap. Nussmeier goes up, gets it, hands it off to Kane. Kane straight ahead, makes his way to the 48-yard line before being stopped there. Quarterbacks tonight for LSU, 33 of 39. That's Daniels and Nussmeier combining. 414 yards, completing 85% of their passes. And as we pointed out, a number of receivers involved in tonight's game. Certainly something that Coach Kelly has been looking for, Coach Denbrock as well. Not to mention Tiger fans across the globe. Second down and 8. This time Emery gets the carry in traffic, bounces away to the Lobo territory to the 45. He'll pick up the first down on a gain of 7. So the Tigers now content to run the football, keep this clock moving here. Enjoy what is currently a 38-0 ball game. Gives me a moment to wish a very happy anniversary to my wife, Amber, who's back at home watching and listening. Not many times been able to celebrate an anniversary without a game.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
To both of you.
First down and 10 at the 45 of the Lobos. Emery again puts his head down, drives forward, gets to the 41-yard line. Another good pickup on first down, utilizing the ground. Speaking of love being in the air, we're going to send congratulations out to our colleague on the LSU Sports Radio Network, former LSU coach John Brady, getting married this past week. Congratulations to he and Nikki. Gordy, you got anybody? Any shout out?
Well, my daughter had a birthday. I'd like to welcome our happy birthday to JJ Rush, turning 10.
Second down and 6. Tigers again just keeping it on the ground inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now under 6 minutes remaining. We do have to shout out Gordy, though. He won a big award earlier this week. Market Manager of the Year for our flagship Guaranteed Broadcasting. So congratulations to Gordy, one of the best in the biz. The Radio Wayne Award.
Radio Wayne.
That's right.
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 for LSU with 5.5 to play. Nussmeier, the snap. Off to Kane, left tackle. Kane inside the 35 before being slung down there, but he'll pick up the first down to the 33-yard line on the 10th play of scrimmage in this drive for LSU, and they'll move the chains.
But as Gordy so humbly said, I deserve it.
Yes.
And he does deserve it. Congratulations, Gordy.
Thank you, gents. I had a lot of text messages about John Emery down here today. Has played sparingly after 11 touches last week. All I can tell you is watching LSU practice, he missed some time during fall camp. And when Coach Kelly says that their practices are tougher than a game, believe it. And I've seen that. So I'm wondering exactly what sort of game shape is he in right now.
First down and 10 at the 33. He'll get the carry, come off the right edge. Ball comes out. I think the Lobos tried to go after it. Let's see. Was his knee down? They'll say no. Emery lost the football, and Lobos will have it at the 28-yard line. Looked like Bryce Santana came up with it after it just came out. Emery trying to extend the body for an extra yard. Suddenly, the big skin came free, and the Lobos get their first turnover of the night. They came into this game +6. In fact, tied for 4th in the country in turnover margin. They come away with the turnover here with 4:44. You hate to see it if you're Coach Kelly and LSU after you've played so superb tonight. Tigers coming into the contest tonight with a +3 turnover margin. We got a timeout on the field. 4:44 remains. LSU in control 38-0 over New Mexico. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Check out Albertsons For You in our mobile app, where you can shop for groceries and save weekly with digital coupons all in one place. With Albertsons For You, you can earn rewards points every time you shop and redeem them for free groceries. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or go to albertsons.com to sign up. Albertsons, fresh food, local flavors.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
If you want to have a great time, enjoy some tasty food and drinks, and play some golf, you need to head out to the brand new Golf Suites off Segan Lane. Just go to the Segan Overpass, turn onto Old Segan Lane, loop under the bridge, and you are at the only place in town that uses PGA TrackMan technology. This technology tracks the flight and spin of your ball, which means you can use it to improve your game. You can also play courses from around the world, and there are plenty of games, so it's a ton of fun for the whole family. Golf Suites is affordable and open late night on the weekends. Make your plans to visit Golf Suites today.
Fourth quarter action continues. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
As we continue on this Saturday night, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification. This is Fighting Tiger football on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Home of the Saints and LSU. 870 AM WWL New Orleans. 105.3 WWL FM and HD1 Kenner New Orleans. A radio.com sports station.
Inside the Caesar Sportsbook broadcast booth on this Saturday night. LSU leading 38-0 over New Mexico in the first ever meeting. Lobos do turn the Tigers over, pick up the fumble, and they'll take back possession here. First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The Tigers tonight, 617 yards total offense. First time the Tigers have seen that number since the 2019 title game against Clemson, when they put up 628 yards, the total offense en route to that national championship. So an excellent job for the numbers tonight as the Lobos keep it on the ground to Nate Jones, and he has stood up, maybe got forward progress. They'll give him the 30-yard line, and that's being kind. It'll be second down and 8 after a gain of 2 yards. Tigers getting 414 of that through the air tonight. Again, Jayden Daniels, 24 of 29, 279, 83% completion. Garrett Nussmeier comes in after Daniels gets a little rattled. They keep him on the sideline, and Nussmeier goes 9 for 10, 135 yards, a passing touchdown, 90% completion. Not bad for the quarterbacks tonight for LSU. Second down and 8 at the Lobos 30-yard line. Kendrick fakes the handoff. Now will swing it out on the pass. Catch made far side at the 25, trying to make some room as Luke Wysong gets positive yards up near the 35, maybe just shy at the 34-yard line. Still a couple of yards left to get the first down as we roll to 3 minutes, 37 seconds. Hope you'll join us next Saturday back in SEC play. Over to Jordan Hare, 6 o'clock kickoff, Auburn and LSU. The Tigers, those that were on last year's team, probably have a little revenge in mind, going against a struggling Auburn team who came away with a win in overtime over another struggling Missouri team earlier today. Kendrick in trouble, just trying to run for his life, and he'll be hit hard. Slammed down at the 32-yard line. Lost 2 on the play. Going to set up fourth down and 6 upcoming, but LSU put a hit on him. Quincy Wiggins. Kendrick may get in the wrong huddle, head to the wrong sideline there. That was a tough shot.
Lobos without a first down here in the second half. They'll have to punt it away again. Rodriguez has been a busy man. This will be his 9th punt of the night. The Tigers, by the way, if you're keeping score at home, have not punted the football. Snap back, Rodriguez swings the foot. Low line drive kick. Clayton will take it at the 20 far side, come to the near side, trying to get the edge. Stiff arms a man at the 24. Gets to the sideline and is out of bounds. Up across the 35 to the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. Excellent return by Clayton, showing the physicality and the athleticism. 2:22 remains. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take our final break. 38-0 LSU leads New Mexico on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving us some delicious Manda sauce. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sausage and original season is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it, running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Southern Air Heating and Cooling is proud to be an official sponsor of LSU Athletics. Their team of AC professionals have been serving the comfort needs of the people of Louisiana for over 25 years. Much like the fans of the Tigers, our commitment to Tiger athletics and providing great service remains as strong as ever. Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Go Tigers! Are you tired of lugging your grill to every tailgate you attend? Do you want a more convenient portable option that is environmentally friendly? Look no further than Charbox. Charbox is the world's only green disposable grill box. Charbox is a ready-to-use grill box with uniquely formulated all-natural charcoal that can last 3 to 6 hours. It's easy to light, easy to use, easy to clean up, and recyclable. Get yours today at charbox.com. That's CHRBOX.com.
Fourth quarter action continues. Presented by J&J Exterminating on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
38-0 LSU leads over New Mexico. 2:22 remains in this one on a Saturday night. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be the championship health partner of LSU. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare research and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. Tigers again. Pretty dominant performance. 617 yards tonight, total offense. 414 through the air, 203 on the ground. New Mexico, 88 total yards of offense. That's a difference of 529 yards between these two teams offensively. LSU, the last time they allowed less than 100 total yards was Georgia Southern. Back on my birthday, August 31st, 2019, in the first game to that magical season, they gave up just 98 yards to the Georgia Southern Eagles. And you better believe I've been reminded of that a number of times. First down and 10. Here at Nussmeier and company take over. Look to keep it on the ground. Noah Kane will get the carry. Kane puts his head down, squares his shoulders up across the 45, follows his offensive line up to about the 47. Again, solid pickup on first down of about 7 yards. It'll be second down and 3 upcoming. Headed towards the 2-minute mark remaining in this game. Quite the barn burner going on at Jerry World. Texas A&M and Arkansas in a tight one on the Caesar Sportsbook broadcast, or rather scoreboard. 24-21, Texas A&M was holding on to the lead. Arkansas was driving down the field with KJ Jefferson. Second down and 3 here in our game. Shotgun snap, Nussmeier. Again, Kane will get the carry, caught from behind, but again, moving forward up to midfield, gets to the 49-yard line of New Mexico, and will get the 4 yards needed to pick up the first down. The Tigers will move the chains. We've got under 90 seconds to play here at Tiger Stadium. About 2:20 remaining in Dallas. Between Arkansas and Texas A&M, the Aggies leading 23-21. Again, Arkansas with the football.
Chris, just a late note. Xavier Hill getting in at left guard. That's good news for LSU. He was injured during fall camp, and somebody they thought that would compete for playing time or starting job at the beginning of the season. He'll play throughout the season, so he's back out there now.
First down and 10, marked at the 49-yard line of New Mexico. High snap. Nussmeier, though, grabs it out of the air, quickly hands it off to Kane, who's off and running quickly to the 44-yard line of the Lobos. Stop made by Ian Schul, the sophomore out of Gilbert, Arizona. But again, a 5-yard gain. LSU now with the clock under 40 seconds. Going to line it up. Under 30 seconds to play. Nussmeier now look to see the Tigers are done. They'll walk away from the football. They don't have to snap it. Tigers looking to throw the shutout tonight, 38-0 over New Mexico. Last shutout came in 2018. They beat Southeastern Louisiana 31-0. So the final second's going to roll off the clock here at Tiger Stadium, and LSU will celebrate the victory. This one is in the books. Tigers win. Tigers win, move to 3-1 on the year, remain 1-0 in SEC play for New Mexico. They head back to the land of enchantment now with a 2-2 overall mark. They are 0-1 in Mountain West play. First meeting between the Lobos and Tigers. This one goes to the men in purple and gold. Final score, LSU 38, New Mexico 0. Coming up, we crank up the Fighting Tiger post-game report. We'll have stats, scores, highlights, analysis later. Hunt Palmer, Garrett Brumfield, and Brandon Taylor will be back in the Capital One studio. They'll get your take on tonight's performance for LSU in a win over New Mexico, 38-0 here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is Richard Zuschlaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
Together, we are partners setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
This is Richard Zuschlaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
Welcome to the Fighting Tiger postgame report. Stats, scores, highlights, interviews, and much more. Now, from inside the Caesar Sportsbook broadcast booth, here again are Doug and Chris.
Solid performance tonight by LSU. They get the win 38-0 over New Mexico. Back inside the Caesar Sportsbook broadcast booth, celebrating the win. The Tigers down in the north end zone with the Golden Band from Tigerland and the alma mater. Again, excellent effort tonight, really, in all phases. We've seen 4 games now, Doug. First 3 games, kind of a tale. Take away the Southern game, kind of a tale of 2 halves. Coming to life offensively in the second half against Florida State, coming up short, coming to life and pulling away from Mississippi State last week in the SEC opener. It was pretty clear tonight they wanted to run the type of tempo that favors their skill position players, starting with Jayden Daniels. They were able to do it right out of the gate. First possession down the field, get a 7-0 ball game. They had some miscues. There's some things to clean up, but overall, this is just as dominating performance. You're supposed to beat New Mexico. You're supposed to beat them by 38 points, and the Tigers did so tonight.
I can't imagine this much improvement in the first 4 games.
Good win by the Tigers tonight.
I mean, to come from the
Big ups to the Tigers
first game of the season, and yet when you get
coming up with
into
the
like
win,
late
fam.
in
That
the
was a
third
big
quarter
win
or early in the fourth
for
quarter,
them, and that's
LSU
3 straight
started
for
to
the
play,
Tigers, man, like we supposed
starting
to.
to think
So
maybe
we'll go
this
over
team
some
can be pretty good.
information
And
just
had
right quick.
they just not shot themselves in the foot so many times in that game, they would have had a win. But they didn't. So they came back, and they play a team that really couldn't compete with them very much. And so it was hard to judge. Was LSU this good? Was Southern just, didn't play well enough to compete?
All right. Let's get into the team statistics on this one, family. Congratulations on the win for LSU. We were able to make it pop. The Tigers, they climb, man. They get 3 straight wins on the season, man. Taking care of business in the final 38-0 over the Lobos, man, going into Tiger Stadium, defending that thing. As you can see, if you look at the first down, it was ultimately domination. It really should have been more than that. Looked like it should have been the 50. It should have been like a 50 burger. We did leave some points on the field due to penalties, but at the end of the day, the Tigers were able to handle business. 28 first downs to 2 by the Lobos, total dominations, 7 of 12 on third down versus 1 of 10. LSU defense turned it up in a major way, 2 of 3 on fourth down, 633 yards, a total offense versus just a measly 88 yards. That's just amazing. 414 yards passing by the Tigers versus 47 by the Lobos. 5 of 7 in the game by their passing attack. Nothing shaking on that one. They couldn't even run the ball as LSU shut them down. 1.6 yards per rush on 26 attempts, only 41 yards for the Lobos. LSU stockpile 219 on 41 attempts, averaged well over 5 yards per contest, 5.3 to be accurate. 2 penalties for 14 by the Lobos. Tigers had 5 for 60. Some bad ones that kind of neutralized the kick return. That was one there, and really that they kind of stole that one. But at the end of the day, the LSU was able to make them pay. 37-10 was the time possession versus 22-50 by the Lobos. And of course, we go into the box statistics in the matchup. You can see some of the box statistics right here. Is Jayden Daniels, 24 of 29, 279 yards today, averaged almost 10 yards per throw. No touchdowns, but no picks. Garrett Nussmeier came in once Jayden Daniels had a back issue. He went 9 for 10 for 135, 13.5, and a touchdown through the air for Garrett Nussmeier, doing a better job this time around than what he did against Southern. And, of course, you look at the rushing attack for LSU. Noah Kane led the way, 11 carries for 94 yards, 8.5 yards per rush. He had 2 touchdowns. One of them was a 49-yard scamper. John Emery Jr. came in, 9 carries for 45 yards, averaged 5 yards a carry, but did give up the fumble. Jayden Daniels scrambled 9 times for 37 yards, 4.1 yards per rush. He had a 23-yard long scramble to help out Namani Goodman. He suffered an injury, 8 carries for 24 yards. He had 2 rushing touchdowns in the game for LSU. Altogether, 41 attempts for 219 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns on the ground, 2 by Kane, 2 by Goodwin for the Tigers. And, of course, wide receivers, what it looked like. Top wide receiver for them was Malik Neighbors, 6 catches for 65 yards. You've seen 6 catches by Jack Betch for 43 yards in the game. Brian Thomas, 3 catches, 76 yards. Every time he caught the ball, averaged over 25 yards per catch. He had a score. And the only touchdown, the receiving touchdown on the way, Jari Jenkins had 5 for 57. Chris Helton had 1 big one for 51 yards. And, of course, you see the rest of them. Kareem Lacey, 4 catches, 41 yards. Mason Taylor had 4 for 34 as well in the matchup. If you go to the Lobos, Miles Kendrick, not much to talk about, 5 of 7. They didn't throw the ball that much, and they damn sure attempted to run the ball, couldn't get nothing shaken. Nathan Jones was the top guy for them, 8 carries, 33 yards. They shut these people down like they were supposed to shut them down, and that's what we're supposed to do in the Tiger Nation. Leave no stone unturned as LSU whop and blank the Lobos in Death Valley as they improve. So they are now 3-0 at home. That's a good statistic for LSU, is that they are a 3-0 team in Death Valley. So that's big. That's big that they're perfect at home. And really, spanning back and looking at week number 1 against Florida State, that really should have been a win for the Tigers as well, as they have improved from game to game And a lot of people starting to kind of give Jayden Daniels some respect on his name, as he's been playing some pretty good football for the LSU Tigers, as they improved to 3-1 going ahead. So good win by the Tigers, and they did what they were supposed to do, which is slap down a not too good Lobos squad. So, well, they came in the game 2-1. So LSU made short work of them. And of course, the next matchup, fam, that we'll see going, we'll head out to Auburn to take on the 3-1 Auburn Tigers. This is the next one up here for LSU, as they got the 3-1 team. And then we go right back into our SEC schedule, and we're going to have to run. We starting to handle the business. So Auburn to be the next team. We'll travel to Auburn. It's always tough to play them, as we're 3-1. They're 3-1 according to here. And, of course, you can see the matchup predict to have LSU giving them the success by almost 76%. As we do a little early preview, if you take a look at some of the points per game here, LSU averaging almost 40 yards per contest through the offense while holding teams to 19. You're starting to see the identity of the team take shape. 26 flat by the Auburn Tigers, and giving up 24.3 there. So 438.3 of total yards versus 430 by Auburn. And you can see the matchup, the passing game, 246.3 by LSU through the air, and 192 flat on the ground by that rushing attack versus 225.3 by Auburn, and over 200 yards rushing on the ground by them. Yards allowed, they allow a lot of yards, especially through the secondary, 235 almost, and 124 on the ground, 359 flat for the Tigers of Auburn. And then, of course, LSU 314.3 combined. They give up 178.3 through the secondary and 136 on the ground. So that'll continue to stiffen and harden up for them. So anyway, this will be the next upcoming matchup for LSU. But anyway, the main matchup for LSU tonight, as we get ready for Auburn, is the fact that we was able to handle business against New Mexico, and handle the business we did by blanking this team 38-0. So shout out to the Tiger Nation, man. It's good. Big Bull says it's almost as if Jayden Daniels is a new man. They had a lot of people, family. We talked about giving Brian Kelly some respect on his name for getting this guy to transfer from, what was it, Arizona State, to come here. And people were saying, oh, no, this guy's a joke, and, this, that, and the third. But look how he's doing, man. Jayden Daniels right now for LSU is having a pretty damn good season. If you take a look at him, of course, now he exited with that back issue, and hopefully he'll be fine moving ahead. But if you look at his numbers right here, family, 556 yards total right now through the season. And he would have had put a little bit more on it had he not checked out. But he has 6 touchdowns versus 0 interceptions. And he's 17th in the nation with his QBR at 82.1. So Jayden Daniels is doing a pretty good job as the quarterback of Mike Denbrock's offense here. So we got to give a kid some credit, because a lot of people was lambasting him. But if it wasn't for Jayden Daniels' production in many of these contests, with him scrambling and moving around and creating opportunities, LSU wouldn't have had, he was a big part of the 3 straight wins that LSU's had. So yeah, he's definitely getting better game by game. Thank you, Big Bull, for a lot of people admitting that they made a mistake on Jayden Daniels, and it takes a big person to do that, man. A big character person to take that. True. Shout out to the fam. I would love to see Saints draft Ali Gay. Dude is real nice at both linebacker, coming off the edge as a DE when used as one. Very versatile player, man, and is definitely very disruptive, man. He was instrumental and big over these last 3 games for LSU, no doubt about it, and helping them. So, yes, indeed, LSU starting to take shape, man. As you can see, they're on it, and of course, this gives them confidence as they head back into the rest of the SEC schedule. And of course, like I just showed, they have Auburn next, and that'll be an interesting game as they leave the comfortable confines of Death Valley and head to Auburn, to Jordan-Hare Stadium, to take them people on. And we'll show them fake Tigers who the real Tigers is on the next one. So anyway, that'll do it for the stream tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for joining in for this LSU versus New Mexico watch party. I appreciate you family members for chiming in and chopping it up with your boy. Over 3 hours of content. But listen, it was fun watching LSU get their 3rd straight win. They improved to 3-1, 3-0 at home, which is a very positive thing. And they head to Auburn for next week's matchup. So we'll see what's shaking and baking there. Of course, they have some questions with Jayden Daniels. He had a back issue. Hopefully he'll be fine moving ahead. And of course, we've seen what happened to Armani Goodwin. We'll see how that moves his head. That shapes up too as we move further into the season. So your Tigers right now is sitting up at 3-1 family. Could be 4-0, but they 3-1, undefeated at home, 3-0 heading to Auburn. So with that being said, I'll check out on that. Thank you for joining us. Please feel free to hit the like button. If you hadn't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and feel free to share Tuff Tiger Talk links on your social media feed. Much love to the fam, and I'm going to holler at you later. Go Tigers.